Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I didn't sleep all that well last night, and I've got a booming headache this morning. So I know that means I usually have to be a little more careful in my trading, right? You got to focus. Yeah. Otherwise, you can tend to, I tend to make like rash decisions, right? And I don't want to do that this morning. So you have to pay attention and be careful.
We'll be looking out for Peter today and making sure he's in line with the trading process this morning. I'm with you, man. I did not sleep well yesterday at all. Partly my fault. I was up 10 o'clock. I decided, you know what? It'll be a great day to the full moon out. Nice little wind. Great day to go in the backyard, have a cigar, get a tea. The tea was the mistake. This tea, I guess it had a lot of coffee. I never had it before. It kept me up all night, man. It was so bad. So had an awesome night. Had my cigar, perfect. The tea tasted awesome, just completely awesome. But man, it kept me up. So that was not fun. But I'm feeling great today. So let's hope for a really nice day as we get this morning started. Friends over on YouTube, good morning to all you guys, and also in our chat. I have not in the chat yet, but I will jump in just a second. Good morning. Here's our gap up list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. Again, just an amazing tool. Continues to build up every single week by week. We see new things being added, changed, improved. So definitely check it out and take a look at it. A lot of stuff in the green. The big guy in the room today, Oracle. So we'll talk about them. They're up 31%, as you see here on the headline. So we'll see what's driving that this morning. And then some other familiar faces, GameStop, GME, CoreWeave. I was almost said CrowdStrike, but that's CoreWeave. AMD, which treated Peter very nice yesterday, NVIDIA, and some other ones on here as well. So we'll dive into that. And then gapping down just a couple of names. Chewy, Octo, still in play here, dwindling down a little bit. And we'll dive into all that. Peter, I see also a lot of stuff on our economic calendar this morning.
Yeah, there's a few things. I mean, there's really only two things: PPI and the wholesale inventories at 10. Those are the big two. At 1 o'clock, we do have the GDP now number. That's usually not such a big number, but I thought heading into the rate decision that we're going to have a week from today, I guess, it might be worth mentioning. But anyways, the producer price index is the big one for this morning. That everybody's looking at, because it's the first of two, right? Today we get that so-called the PPI, and then tomorrow we are going to be getting the CPI number, and they are both sort of very impactful, especially these days. Everybody's eager to understand what the market is doing and where we're expected to go. So, and I realize that one of my numbers is wrong here. So let's get to it. Anyways, the PPI, both the core and non-core, both expected to be at 0.3% growth, if you will, but it came in at a negative 0.1% contraction. So that's not good. That's not exactly what people wanted. The year-over-year number was expected to be 3.3%, and actually came significantly lower at only 2.6%. So I had to update that. It's not 0.3, it was 3.3. I missed a 3 in there. But it came in at 0.6. So as you can see, that number shows weakness. If we look at the market indices overall, that weakness is actually usually seen as a good thing, right? This is almost an inverse reaction. You see the market sort of shot up after the number just came out at 8:30, and we'll see if we can hold those gains. Who knows? We have in some cases. But recently it's been a little variable as to whether things stay or not. Wholesale inventories, as mentioned, coming out at 10. Yeah, we can expect that number, and then the Atlanta GDP. And it's a good question. So I see the question here. Why do we want... or why don't we want weakness in prices? Well, this is actually it's a funny measure, right? Because this measures the price of goods and services sold by producers at the back end, whereas the CPI is sort of more consumer focused. So basically, it's good for an economy if prices are going down, right? So it's a funny one because I always think that if it was lower, wouldn't that be bad for the companies? But not necessarily because it's measured almost as I don't know. I don't know how it's interpreted, frankly, but it's generally seen as a good thing if it's lower.
Yep, it sure is. And we're seeing a lot of green on the screen so far, so
Yeah.
that's good at least.
Yeah.
All right, friends, let's get to this gappers list, which we have a ton of this morning. Let's start with ASST on deck this morning, up 67%. That's a nice gap up, as you can see that here. 67% was as high as 19 in this pre-market session. Is that pre-market or last night? No, this is pre-market session here. As high as 19 at 79, almost 20 there. And since then has dropped down a little bit. Also, yesterday, if you guys remember, had a little bit of a breakout type day. It did hit 10, where we're arriving to now, and then slammed back down to below 7 here, 6 something, and today we're up again. So, Peter, asset entities, I mean, a lot going on here. Not sure how we unpack this, but anything good that we can trade off of this?
I don't know. Shareholders approved their merger with Vivek Ramaswamy's Strive Enterprises. And why are they merging? Ugh. They're merging to create a dedicated Bitcoin treasury company. So, Carlos, like this week, it's been all about these companies that are deciding to, take a whole big buckets of money and focus them on becoming treasury companies. ASST is just the latest. We had them on Monday, we had them on Tuesday. It looks like we're having them again today.
Yeah, this has been the trend lately, and again, you put that news out there, and you will be gapping up pretty significant here. As far as trading, I see it's hard to borrow, so I don't like that. So I'm gonna probably stay away from it and
No.
find something better to trade. So it's right now it's just sliding lower. So if we can short it inside the brokers, it doesn't do anything for us. I see some other ones on here that are risky. Yeah, Peter.
Yeah. This news is not as good as some of the other ones. Speaking of which, like yesterday's, does everybody remember yesterday's big ticker one, CWD? Carlos, I don't know if you followed
Yeah,
that through the close of the day, but look at
it's
that giant
brutal.
red candle. And if you look at the chart, I mean, this thing, remember, it was going crazy pre-market. Andrew was trading at pre-market, but from the open, look at the thing. It just sold off and it closed the day at just below $10. And it's still there now. It's trading at well, I guess it's over it now. It's at almost $12. But yeah, it closed at like $9 yesterday after being up at 50 and opening the day before at 2. So, like I say, like these are I am not convinced in the long-term viability of these treasury strategies. In the short term, they certainly give some, attention and market appreciation, but woof, it's easy come, easy go. So, yeah, be very careful. Very careful.
Yeah, it's wild, 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 wild. All right, let's so again today, second day play, absolutely. Just be careful, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna be trading. I like watching it for entertainment purposes, absolutely. Just like I did yesterday, I will probably do the same today. It does have a lot less shares, only 11 million. I really think the fun is over, but again, we'll keep an eye on it because it has such an impact on yesterday's trading day. So we'll look at it here. CWD again, risky, so be very careful. There we go. Just gonna type in risky there. All right, what else? Let's take a look at our gappers list. We have okay, Oracle. Now here's one that we'll be watching this morning. Oracle, I mean, just crushing it today, guys. This stock up 31%, 4.5 million shares traded. I mean, what a great not just day they're having. If you look at their daily chart, Peter, they've just been on a tear, right? A lot of tech companies have data centers, AI, and all this good stuff. I mean, just look at this move, man. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, so they had earnings after the close yesterday. We watched them. You know, it was a whipsaw, man. This thing dropped hard and then popped. And as people were interpreting the news, obviously ending up very high. This is up like 30%, which is massive for a company of this size. That's a huge, huge pop. And they sort of they said everything right. They were kissing the analyst's butt out there. They were like, our numbers are good. By the way, we've got a huge backlog. And by the way, our backlog, it's in AI. And we believe we've got about a $500 billion of AI related backlog. And look at how it's resulted in their stock price. So it's a brilliant game of playing the
Yeah.
analysts, and this is Oracle's reaping the benefits this morning.
And they didn't was this a company that fired some people to bring in to spend more on data centers? Is it them? I think it was them. They were firing some people to put
I
more
don't
money in data centers. I don't remember which company it was,
I don't remember
but it
that, but it's
does ring a
possible.
bell here. Um, and then you also
I
had
mean, this is a big
mhm.
this
Yeah,
is
go
a
ahead.
big company, right? With ton of
Yeah,
like they're one of the big ERP companies out there. Them and SAP, right? They're famed to have the some of the largest, most complex software out there that runs enterprises. And yeah, I mean, I used to get to deal or have to deal with them. What a
they
apologies to anybody that works for them, but what a pain in the butt to try and work with these guys. They were very full of themselves, very
they have
difficult to
the
partner with.
most amazing sales team. Like if you me and you start a company, Peter, we're gonna hire and poach people from Oracle and SAP. 100%.
Yeah,
They got the best salespeople because they will sell you this crap, and you'll buy it,
yeah,
and you'll pay the
yeah.
top dollars for it. So shout
and
out to the
then
sales
and
team,
then you'll
just
wonder
amazing.
why it costs you three times the amount that they promised to try
Yeah,
and implement and integrate it to your existing systems. It's yeah, there's a lot of people that have learned to hate it if you especially if you're if you worked in IT or enterprise software or anyways, but there was a period of time where you could not run a company without it. I actually don't know. I've been out of the business world, for a while, so it seems like obviously their business is still running well with $500 billion worth of AI related backlog, but yeah, it's not easy stuff to work with. So, in any event, Oracle, huge company here, and their market cap is showing it. Jared was talking about this in Engineering the Markets. They are poised potentially to become perhaps our next $1 trillion company. They're not sitting there now. They're rough 700 billion, so they've got a little bit of room to they have to grow before they get there. But this today certainly will help if they can hold on to this 30% gain.
yeah, that's a big pop.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
friends,
anyways, so
got
earnings was
stuck
the
here.
news.
Yep.
I'm pretty impressed, as you can see, and I seem to have either disgusted or frightened people with all of my butt kissing. So there you go. I love the comments in the chat room here. So
let me
you're
log
welcome,
in. Let me
everybody.
log in. I gotta see what's going on there. All right, logging into our members chat to see the good old comments and pictures. I can see that now. Okay, perfect. All right, let's see what else, friends. What else we have going on here? So Oracle, did I add it to my list? Just gonna check here. Yep, Oracle's right there on my list. Good. And now let's look at TBTX. What is this? TVTX. What do you have for us, TVTX? Up 17%, 278,000 shares traded, very low volume. And float on this one is actually 87 million. So not bad. Daily has seen some activity over the last couple of days. I don't know. Well, maybe the news can help us decide here. Peter, what's the news on Travere Therapeutics? Oh, I already see it's not in
Yeah,
here. Great.
biotech. It looks like that the FDA has reviewed and approved their drug application for something with a very complicated name that I won't try and read to you.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
not gonna
think
work.
if I was to pronounce it, and Guy, this is just for you, it sounds something like mwah, 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 mwah. So there you go.
Good. That's good. There you go. Somebody needs to clip that so we can get a loop on that and have it here in the show. All right, let's take a look here. CRWV CoreWeave is the next one on here. This is up 11.7. What's in play yesterday? Again, and actually not that bad, right? Not that bad. At least later parts of the day. The morning, a lot of tickers were a little bit rough, but this one not that bad, especially later in the day. A lot of the big moves came after hours, and also in this morning, we're seeing this gap up, 3.3 million shares traded. The daily does look very nice here. So maybe today this can continue. I mean, overall, I know we're not getting great intraday trades on it, but Peter, this thing is rocking, man. Hitting 90, 86, 95. This would have been the previous prior day, and now yesterday 100, today 111. I mean, it's cranking.
Well, and we did mention it either yesterday or Monday that this almost warrants making sort of our regular watch list because, as you said, it's been getting volume ever since the beginning of August. You can see that volume increased, and it's roughly held it. That and it's moving. Not always like if I look at the actual price action yesterday, I did try and keep an eye on it, and it sort of paled in comparison to some of the other fun stuff that was just moving like crazy. But it did then get this move in the afternoon, sort of a big move higher. So you just right now it seems to be following the trend of a lot of these stocks when they start to get regular attention and volume, is that they'll move at unexpected times during the day, and then later on they sort of settle down and then start to move when you expect them to, meaning sort of at the open or with the sort of the large market trends. Right now it is moving, so yeah, Carlos, it's worth paying attention to. Just know you could watch it for a long period of time and nothing will happen, and then suddenly it'll decide, off it goes, right? So it's just a little harder to predict and manage.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna add it to the list here and see where that goes. Again, with good volume right now. Pre-market looks great. Let's see if that can continue into the market open. It didn't yesterday. Yesterday had a rough time trading clean right out of the gates. All right, next we have I'm gonna do two more, then we're gonna bounce around here because I want to get to some stuff at the bottom. Look at this list. It is just, I mean,
Yeah, there's a
everything's
lot of
on here.
stuff.
MU, Oklo, TSM, POTR, Nvidia, HIMS. I mean, everything is on here, guys. All your favorite stuff. So I'm just gonna do two more from the top here. ABTC is next. Then we'll look at what else towards the bottom we might like a little bit better. ABTC seems like a new kid on the block here. Just recently IPO'd about a week ago, and right now up 9%, 1.1 million shares traded. Not sure. Recent IPO that's active. I don't know much about it at the moment, so hard to predict what kind of action we're going to get here, Peter. So not sure if this was one of the IPOs. I know you usually track when they open up. You got your alert going there throughout the day. Is this one that you watched when it first opened up?
I don't I don't remember this one coming out at all. I don't remember the ticker symbol. Yeah, like you said, recent IPO just last week. So I should have had it, but I don't remember it whatsoever. So but at least, hey, look, at least I can appreciate they're named after what they do. They're the American Bitcoin Corp. So, compared to all these other companies that are supposed to be in medical devices or mining, or I don't know, they're a shipping company and they decide they're going to create a treasury strategy. At least these guys, at least they're just telling us what they are in the company name. So I can appreciate that. Anyways, look, it's probably jumping with the hype on everything else. I don't see any specific news here, but there's not a lot that's there's not a lot of coverage on them, so it's sort of hard to say. As a new play, sometimes these could be fun because they can get unexpected moves, but it looks like they like to gap a lot and then not move much during the trading day. That's the little I can get from the
Yeah.
limited amount of daily data that we've got. We've only got like 5 days of history to lean on here, so.
Yeah, I agree. Don't like it as much, so we'll look at something else. Let me do the last one here from the top, and then we'll bounce around a little bit. That's going to be BE, and actually this one again tough to trade today. They are gapping up 9.2. They're not a great intraday trading ticker. I know their daily here looks awesome. They're great from swing trading, depending on how you feel about the energy sector and which way you want to sit on. But day trading could be tough to read the price action. So typically, I don't have these energy tickers on my list. Peter, this is cranking today. Any specific news to them? That could be interesting if they do have that. But other than that, I don't really day trade these.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're so high on our list. I don't see any specific news for Bloom Energy. So it doesn't look like they've got any analyst upgrades. I don't see any corporate news. Like you said, I mean, I look at the daily chart. It's been rocking here, but I don't usually pay attention because, as you say, they don't intraday trade very well. In fact, even if you look at sort of the history of this move, which gapped it up, it all happened after the close yesterday. So the actual trading over the course of the day was pretty, yeah, innocuous. And then whatever happened, it happened after hours. So.
Yep, yep. All right, let's stop here. Peter, what do you like off the gappers list this morning that maybe we haven't covered? I know there's a lot of usual suspects towards the bottom here, or anything else that might not be on here.
How about GameStop, GME? GME delivered some surprising results. They had earnings yesterday, and everybody's a little shocked that they actually had a good quarter. Plus, they saw appreciation in their crypto assets because GameStop's one of those companies that amuses me to no end because they've raised a whole bunch of money. Obviously, they were our big sort of first meme stock that kicked off a whole new sort of market segment here, right? With stocks that would just move based on retail trading. They made a lot of money because they issued a lot of extra shares. Their board and corporate executive, they gave themselves giant bonuses for just being lucky and in the right spot. That amuses me. So, they had a whole bunch of secondary share offerings to raise more funds. They didn't know what to do with the money, so that they decided to invest in Bitcoin. They were one of the early adopters, frankly, of buying Bitcoin with assets and crypto. And I don't know. They're just still chugging along out there. Again, anybody who's listening, have you been to a GameStop store recently? And if so, were you the only person there? Maybe the stores are busy. They had a surprisingly good quarter. I really have no
Yeah,
idea. I personally haven't.
they
You
they
know,
they get busy, man. They do these events, and then you see a bunch of people at a bunch of tables, either playing cards or playing something. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to
oh,
ask because
I
they look
don't
so
know.
concentrated. But yeah, that's all I see once in a while. So, but usually empty. Usually not a soul in
A
sight.
bunch of people in the chat room are saying that they've been in them and they're usually empty. Tom says the guy was actually sleeping when I went in, the guy at the counter. So, and we've made Thor angry.
Yeah, yeah.
not, not a
Um,
video gamer, eh, Thor? All right.
yeah,
Anyways, I look. I just it feels like I'm surprised that they're surviving this long. It does feel like a weak model, right? Like who buys games in person? But I guess there's enough people doing it that they still have a viable business. So
yeah.
it's
They sure do.
well, anyways,
All
from a
right.
trading perspective, yeah, they are not the powerhouse they once were, right? There was a point in time for a while actually where GameStop not only, was it like the thing to watch every single day to trade for I don't know, that lasted for a while because it was just so much in our mind, but everybody was waiting for Roaring Kitty, right? The next Roaring Kitty pronouncement that would create some buzz and do something. Whatever happened to Roaring Kitty? Maybe Roaring Kitty just took whatever remaining money he had left and just, decided to retire, which would be a smart move because he had a lot more money at one point and then tried a third trick. His first trick was fantastic. His second trick worked pretty well. The third trick failed miserably. And he lost a lot of money. So I'm not sure about anyways, we may never hear from Roaring Kitty again. Who knows? But
Yeah, that was definitely a phase. His last appearance was a disaster, by the way. that was
yeah,
just a disaster.
yeah,
Um,
it did not work
yeah.
well.
All right, let's continue here, friends. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, Pierre, what else do you like?
Oh, you're right. So I was talking about GameStop. Look, all of the usuals are looking good this morning. I love the semiconductors, Nvidia and AMD. I was watching them carefully. Got some good trade opportunities yesterday on them. And Nvidia, actually, we were watching that into the close yesterday, and it started to get a big rise into the close and continued afterwards. So it's gapping up quite handily today. Well, I'm very interested to see what it's going to do. No news. I mean, there wasn't really any news, at least not that I was aware of, on it. It just seemed to take some strength into the close, and looks like it may continue to push today. I'll be watching to find out. Tesla also had sort of an interesting open yesterday, but then closed the day sort of like not doing much. So I don't know. I'm not as excited about Tesla, but being that it had a good open, Tesla, like on any given day, Tesla can get a very decent move, especially if you're an opening range break trader. Tesla is one of those ones you got to watch. On the other side, I know we're not on the gap down list, but I'll just mention Apple. Apple had their release, right, where they've got their new iPhone. It's the 17, I think, and it's supposed to be 30% lighter and thinner. Really no significant update to the technology other than they're using their A9 chips. We know how Carlos feels. He's already throwing it out. But yeah, they gapped down on that news because they really didn't. They really, I don't know. Sure, it's lighter, it's thinner, and again, somebody was saying that their battery life is touted to have 39 hours worth of battery life, which is a big deal. I don't know. Like when I got this iPhone, it would last for like 3 days before I had to charge it. It doesn't quite do that now, but I can still get 2 days out of it, depending on what you're doing. If you just use it lightly and you're not on it all the time, it'll last a couple of days. So I'm not sure why that's a big deal. In any event, I feel like it was a pretty ho-hum event for Apple, and it's gapping down a little bit this morning. I'd watch it to see if it gives me a short opportunity, but I'm not going to jump in unless I see strong indicators. Oh, okay. Kushal is correcting me. He said it's 39 hours of video playback. That is significantly different. So,
Yeah, big difference.
yeah. So if you can do 39 hours of continuous or 39 hours of video playback between charges, yes, that is very different.
And I'm
So
sure it's like the sticker on the car, Peter. The sticker on the car tells you miles per gallon. If
mileage
you look
may
at the
vary
asterisk,
between.
it's at a set speed. It's not at 80 how we drive. It's
Yeah,
something like 55, 50,
yeah.
straight with no turning, no aggressive pickup and whatever. And I'm sure it's the same thing here. I'm sure the screen is probably at the not the lowest, but pretty low. Not outside where the screen that's you waste most of your battery. So you gotta read into this. But again, if my phone lasts me all day with a Samsung Apple, it doesn't matter. If it lasts me until the end of the day, I put it to charge at night. I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yep.
It's no problem.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, you're
it's
right. All
it's
those car mileages are always like based on somebody driving like the most
yeah
boring driver in the world, which at least I can only speak for my driving, never happens.
yeah.
So,
I have become more of a boring driver though. That I could tell you compared to what I used to do. Very boring now. I'm a little more laid back, which is nice. Nice sometimes. But yeah. All right.
I've got this
Yeah.
anyways.
No, no.
I've
Go for
got
it,
this
man.
borrowed
Go
car.
for
Hey,
it.
I might get my car back sometime soon, but we'll see.
Yeah, sure.
But this borrowed Porsche SUV that I've got, I find it fascinating because it just, most of the time it just drives like a normal SUV, and then every once in a while it decides it wants to pretend to be a sports car. And this is like the upgraded S package that I've got on this loaner that they've given me. But Carlos, it's one of those where again it'll work like a normal SUV unless you hit the gas just in the right way or just enough, and it goes past that magic point where it decides to slip into pretend sports car mode. And they actually, I don't know if they've done this on purpose, but you get this little burble out of the exhaust, which if you're a muscle car person, you love, right? Because that's when you know that like everything's sparking up. But it's also like I can just feel it sucking gas. Right? As soon as you do that, it goes from like SUV mode to thirsty mode. Anyways, yeah, K
That's great.
cosplay. It's a Macan S, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
anyways, I just find it
Yeah.
entertaining whenever that happens a little bit by accident, usually.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. How is Apple doing? Apple's not. It's actually down here, so it's not doing a whole
Yeah.
lot
No.
at the moment. And again, I saw the event. I saw their phone. I don't know what to think about it. It's this is the new phone, right? Apple, the iPhone Air, which is extremely thin, right? You probably give away some battery life and some other things. What I don't understand is this bump here. This bump is
Yeah.
so uncomfortable.
The
Like the Pro
camera.
has this now. Yeah, this is gonna
Yeah.
be probably very
I
uncomfortable. Depends
I
how
was
you
gonna
use,
mention
right?
that. Like that would annoy me. That would actually, because you get a
Well,
super
the
thin
Pro has
phone,
that. If you
but
have
then
if
you
the
got this
Pro,
giant like camera bump on it. That would
yeah,
be annoying, I think, honestly.
it this
But
one has a bump too. I hate
yeah,
it. If
mine's
this
got a
was
little bit of
flushed,
it, but a little
yeah, if it
bit.
was
Yeah.
flush, it would be great, great, man. But this thing is always in the way. It's always hitting something. Just flush that out, and I think they'll have a great phone. But or make it thicker. I don't mind it being a little thicker, just to make that flush, and give me more battery. I don't mind it being heavy, right? So make it flush, give me a bigger battery, and I think that would be a great design. So Apple, if you're listening, Tim, make this happen.
There you go.
All right, friends, let's go to the gap down, trainterminal.com. And I see it looks extreme. Oh, the thin, yeah, I'm sure they're gonna start seeing videos of the iPhone Air, people trying to bend it. There's already people talking about it looks very bendable. So yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see videos very soon. People are trying to sit on it and break this thing, right, for likes. So if we get 5,000 likes in the video, I'll buy one and I'll do the same thing here for you guys if you want to see that. But yeah, see that happening. But I
Car-
gotta tell you though,
Carlos.
and
Uh,
yeah,
oh, sorry.
yeah. Well, one last thing on the iPhone. This thing
Yeah.
is tough,
See.
man. This thing is so tough. Like they did a really good job, Peter. I'm telling you. I don't know how you feel about it. I wear with this is the only phone that I like. Well, I like my phones without case. I like the raw feel of it. It's the only one that I have dropped multiple times, multiple concrete, everything. It is a tough piece of device, man. They really did very well. This is the 16. Very very nice piece
Yeah.
of equipment.
I've got a case on mine, but it's you can see I had to plug it in because I haven't plugged it in for a couple of days. But it's yeah, but you're right. I mean, I have dropped this thing multiple times, and it's yeah, it's fine. It seems to have
It
survived so
cracked
far. But
it cracked my monitor.
anyways,
I have a Mac monitor. It cracked it. I
yeah.
went to put it to charge and I tapped it and it cracked the damn monitor on the end. It's just unreal. All right, let's take a look here, friends.
Bouchon in the chat
Yeah.
room has created now a meme of me kissing. So thanks,
Oh,
Bouchon. Somebody's
that's
going to take that. Carlos, you can add that to your inventory if you want to
absolutely. This
annoy
is
people. Annoy people
oh,
forever with that.
you guys will see that in a second here. Um, let's see what's happening down, guys. We're having a lot of fun today on this beautiful Wednesday. Hit that thumbs up over on YouTube if you haven't done so already. We appreciate it. Sign up. Remember, today's Wednesday, so we will be giving something away. I don't know what yet. Andrew's gonna let us know in a second here. Um, for the Lambos and garbage trucks. So please sign up with time. I want your
Hopefully,
name to
Andrew
be
will
in
let us
there.
know.
Yeah. If not, we could. I think we
I,
could probably make something up here. We'll come
have
up with
you?
something.
I was following the news this morning. It looks like the unrest in Nepal has only gotten worse. They've burnt
Really?
the Supreme Court. They burnt the
Oh,
part. They set the Parliament buildings on fire. They've torched a number of politicians and their families. It's getting ugly.
no.
For what is normally a fairly peace-loving people,
Damn.
they're angry over there. So yeah, I'm not sure that Andrew's getting into the country anytime soon, or if he wants to, if he could. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he may
Burning
be.
people is a whole nother level, man. That is
Yeah.
just that. Wow.
There's
Okay.
the wife of one of the politicians, anyways. Apparently, she got caught in a house that they set on fire, and severe life-threatening burns. And anyways, yeah, it's ugly. So
Wow. Wow. What a shame, man. Um. All right. Let's see here, friends. Gapping down this morning. We got a couple again. A lot of stuff heavy on the green side. So I'm going to be adding some more usual suspects, Tesla, Nvidia, to our list here. I do see some stuff that's red today. NAKA, NAKA. I don't think we've ever seen this one before. Oh no, Kindly MD. We heard of the ticker before. The name Kindly MD is down today, 30%. Hard to borrow. I don't really see a play here. Again, 30% because it's coming off like a $8 drop here to 5. So not really a huge deal. Lower price stock. Hard to borrow, Peter. I don't like it. I'm gonna move on to something else unless you have some news on Kindly MD.
They just announced that they have committed $30 million to a company called MetaPlanet, and they're buying MetaPlanet to participate in their treasury, Bitcoin treasury strategy. So again, all these companies that are taking their money and instead of investing it in their core business, which would be medical care facilities in this case, um, they're going to put it into Bitcoin. And it looks like the market is seems to be favorable of companies that are creating treasury strategies, not necessarily favorable of other companies that are investing in those companies, which is interesting.
Hmm.
But so yeah, gap
Yeah.
and down.
Okay. There it is. Um, all right. What else? We have SNPS. SNPS synopsis. Oh wow, this is taking a dive here. Had a very interesting day yesterday. You could see it here. It started to. I'm sorry. Here it is on the daily. So is this a real? Is that an actual trade where it dropped like this and came back up? Oh, that's just a transaction being printed. I don't see that yesterday. Uh, yeah, I don't see that. That would have been wild. 475 and right back up. Here's yesterday's chart. I don't see that on here at all. So maybe that's a misprint or something. But this morning, they're feeling the heat. Look at this drop here as we continue. It started last night, Peter, and then it's continued to this morning, down
Yeah.
26% so far. I mean, they're just getting destroyed. We do have shits for sure on this stock, which, yeah, we got 1.9 million. Peter, what's going on here, man? This thing is just sliding hard today.
Yeah, they're a chip design company, and they missed their numbers, and that's never good, especially in the sector where expectations are really high. They were expected to deliver 1.77 billion in revenue. They only did 1.74, which is close, but the real concern is on their bottom line, where they were expected to deliver $3.80 and only had 3.39. So the fact that they not only poorly forecast but missed their numbers has got their stock, yeah, dropping so
Mm.
significantly from the close yesterday. So not a good night for them. Like you sometimes ask, who's getting fired? Figure somebody over there is in trouble. So
Yeah.
their chief executive suite is, yeah, they're not having a good morning.
Yeah, someone should be fired there. All right, let's continue here. Next one is Chewy. I see on deck here. So Chewy this morning also down 8.6 right now. 1.5 million shares traded. Again, this stock I rarely trade it. Today seems to be heavily in play. Peter, big drop for them. Happening this morning. Started at 7 a.m. or so.
Yep, exactly. Because they were an earnings play this morning. Mixed picture. They basically they beat their revenue slightly. They met earnings like right on, but like that's not good enough, right? You've got to beat the numbers for your stock to even stay flat or go higher. You got to beat the numbers and then say you're investing in AI or you've got an AI backlog for your stock to go up. So the fact that they were basically beat or just slightly or just met their numbers is not good enough. And yeah, the stock is dropping this morning as investors are clearly saying they are not impressed.
Yeah, not good for them. Um, I'm gonna look at NBIS. Many people have thrown this out to us, so let's take a look at it now. Here, NBIS was very active yesterday, and man, did you see the recovery? Actually, bounced back pretty nice
Yeah.
yesterday. We were talking about it. We were unsure. Market was a little bit all over the place, but look at this double bottom here. Many of you guys
Yep.
were talking about taking it here. Hopefully, you did, and you had great risk to reward, and actually ended up paying off pretty nice. Look at this above the VWAP, retest of the VWAP, and then look at this movement right back up to where it had opened for the trading session. So Peter, really good stuff there. Do you expect similar today out of this thing?
I think the fun is over on NBIS personally, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Like yesterday's volume was even better than the previous day's volume, right? Where it had the giant move. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say I do not expect the same on CWD. So
Mm,
I don't expect that same type of
yeah.
bounce back and fun on this one, but
Yeah.
you never know. These ones, again, they're just so volatile. There's opportunity out there, and if you're willing to take the risk, then by all means, just understand the risk you're taking, right? And make sure
Yeah.
you manage it. At the end of the day, trading is mostly about risk management, right? It's about risk management and being able to stick to your disciplined plan. So if you can do both those things, then by all means, right? Trade them. But if you can't, this is when you get into deep, deep trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, all right, friends. Hood, yes, no, we'll definitely look at Hood. Hood is also was one that was active yesterday, so we'll look at that here. Since you brought it up again, in play again was awesome yesterday. A few people in our boot camp took this trade the last this entire week. They've been taking this trade, so good stuff there. Up 1.6, 1.4 million shares traded, and again, just an amazing trade, especially on was it Monday? Monday had that big pop up, right? So I like it. I'll be watching today. Let's take a look at Hood and see where it goes from here. Peter, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, Hood has been decent. It hasn't been fantastic, but it's been decent. So, I think it depends on what else moves. Today, I feel like we're going to get some reasonably good moves, I think, anyways, on our standard stuff. So we may not have to go to Hood because I find it a little less, it's not as easily manageable. So, but it's not bad. It might be worth a watch on the secondary. I mean, yesterday it had some moves, especially through the afternoon, where I sort of liked its movement better. I know as you know, I was doing the close. It was giving us a great move upwards into the close. So yeah, maybe today it'll be in play. But Carlos, it's not one of the primary things I watch, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not something you're gonna smoosh over.
So, no,
Okay,
there,
I got it.
there you go.
Gotcha. All right, friends. That's gonna be one of my favorite hot buttons to hit. All right, let's let's stop here, Peter. We're running a little bit of time. So anything you like on the gap down before we get to our announcements, and when we go live, guys, we just want to hand it off to Andrew and Brian since they're ready to go pretty soon here. When we come back, me and Peter will pick out more tickers. You guys are throwing out POTR. We'll look at some other ones you have on here as well. But Peter, we'll go to you. Anything you like that we haven't covered yet to the gap down?
For the gap, well, we already talked about Apple. It was a big one on the gap down. I noticed Amazon is gapping down slightly. I don't see any reason for that. It's just regular movement, I think. But I do love where Amazon is sitting on a daily chart. It's been generally heading back towards the highs and the all-time highs. It's not quite there, but it's heading back in that direction. So might be worth keeping a long-term eye on Amazon. Other than that, I've got yeah, nothing else that's worth mentioning, I don't think.
Okay, gotcha. Friends, let's head over to bearbulltraders.com where you can find what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Just click over on webinars and you can see what's taking place. If I can load the page here properly. Here it is. Today is Wednesday, psychology.
It is. And that means that we've got our Wisdom Wednesday sessions happening, starting, maybe ending at 8 o'clock tonight. Wesley is the one that's going to be leading a session on mental resilience. He's going to help you rethink discipline, emotion, and your mindset. That'll be at 8 p.m. in the Elite webinar room. For those that are looking for something during the day, well, not only on YouTube, but in the chat room, we've got Dr. Vanessa Charland with us. And Vanessa is going to be here with Thor on YouTube at 11, and then she'll be doing a session for our elite members in the webinar room at noon. So we always appreciate when she's here. She does a great job. She's a passionate trader and knows her stuff. So it's well worth paying attention to her sessions today. So hopefully you'll stick with us and join for those. By the way, if you're out there on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Those likes go a long way to help the growth of the channel, and we deeply appreciate it. And if you then are interested in joining the Bearable Trading community, you can be part of our active community by going to bearabletraders.com, scrolling down to the bottom of that page, and you can find the various membership options that are available from the intro right through the Elite Annual. Check them out, and hopefully we'll see you as a member in the chat room sometime soon.
Yeah.
Carlos, we're running a little short of time, but we're okay. Maybe we should set some levels. Moderators, get your lists in, and we'll get to trading. I see Andrew's out there, so it looks like he's still safe and presumably not on a plane. I assume he's still hanging out in Hong Kong. I guess he'll be letting us know if he's going to be able to make it into Nepal or he's going to have to abort and head back to Vancouver
Yeah.
or not. You know, Andrew's a free spirit. He often like says, "Well, I'm this far." He may end up in Thailand for all we know, or who knows, or
Yeah.
find another mountain.
Agreed. Agreed. All right, friends, let's do it. My list right now: Oracle, CoreWeave, Hood, POTR. Add Nvidia towards the bottom there. I am going to add Apple as a secondary, and also what else? Tesla. So we'll throw those down here. But Oracle, CoreWeave, Hood, and POTR top of the list. Let's start with POTR because I have it up already. You guys called this out in chat. This looks awesome today. This looks really, really good. So I like what I'm seeing here. Definitely in play. Tons of volume. 2.1 million shares traded. We are up 3.4 right now. So like that there as well. High of the pre-market 168.20. So we are going to slam a beautiful level there. And if we just back out a little bit, let's take a look towards the top. Here there might be something, not a major level, but there might be something around 173.63. Again, the big level is probably going to be around 179.32, where you have a lot of touches up here. Again, can POTR get there? Yes. Have we seen it do these type of moves in the past? Many, many times. But again, that will take a lot of power to get up to 179, 173. Let's see how the market open goes. What I do love about this daily is just look at the beautiful breakout. We've been stuck. We were talking about this just the last two trading days. We've been stuck between 160 and 150. Finally, yesterday we got a little bit of momentum, and we were able to do that one last push this morning above that area of resistance. So highs and lows got you covered towards the bottom, friends. Previous day closed. Do not need to add anything else. Keep it nice and simple, nice and clean charts. Next on here, let's go Oracle. Oracle this morning, again, huge gap up today. 308.50 is the high of the pre-market. And I'm sorry, the low of the pre-market, the high at 322.50. We're going to scroll to the left, like Beyonce here, and see if we all-time highs. Wow. This is like the 3,000 hit from Derek Jeter where he hit it as a home run. This is beautiful. Way to go to get the new all-time high by gapping up 30%. So highs and lows, so you need to add on here. After that, you don't have any more levels until all the way down to 263. So nothing else to see there. But again, looking really good. Normally, this stock doesn't trade very well, but this one will be very nice today. CRWV this morning, towards the bottom, plenty of levels, highs and lows for the last two trading days. This is more of a possible, but I'm going to have it ready just in case. 113, 112.99 is actually the high of the pre-market. And then above that, we do have an area right here at 119.87. And if we scroll just a little bit more, 126.28, you got a couple of days slamming into that. You definitely want to have that down. If you go even further back into May timeframe, you see these levels are matching up with some of the daily activity happening here as well. So I like CoreWeave today. Good volume, 4 million, 10%. Let's see if this can trade very well into the market open. Pre-market looks awesome so far. Let's look at Hood. Hood, man, the last 3 days just crushing it here. Monday was their best day so far. But it looks like they want to continue the action. So I have the pre-market 121.48 towards the bottom. Plenty of levels. We don't need to slam anything else down here. So you're set there. And also, I just feel like everything is all-time highs. All-time highs, guys. Nothing else to see towards the top. All-time highs here for Hood as well. So pretty easy when it comes to levels there. All right, Peter, let us know what our team is watching, and friends over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We'd love to be at 400. That is usually our goal before we hand it off to Andrew a little bit later here in the show. So help us get there.
Yeah, our moderator list will start with Nathan today, who's watching AMD. Thor is watching some futures contracts. Brendan is going to be looking at AMD, NVIDIA, PLTR, and Oracle. Andrew, in with his list, watching AMD, NVIDIA, Oracle, Tesla, and PLTR. Megan is going to be watching Hood, PLTR, and CoreWeave. Brian has got NVIDIA, which he said he was going to swing yesterday. Looks like he did, and it was a good decision. He's also watching Tesla, PLTR, CoreWeave, and of course the market overall. I've got my usual Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR. I'll also be watching AMD and Oracle. Seems a lot of people got their eye on Oracle today. Eamon, though, he's going to be watching Apple and Netflix. Jared, Oracle, GameStop, Chewy, AMD, Nvidia, PLTR, and then I've got potential IPO and SPAC to let you know about if and when they open. So that's what our mods have got in so far. You can see Carlos's list at the bottom of the screen there. Whatever you pick, trade smart, guys, and hopefully you have a great trading day. It's I said I'm feeling pretty bullish about this, and I want to thank you guys, by the way. Somehow talking with you this morning, my headache's better, not gone, but better than it was when we started. There, it must be all the kissing. That must be it. So there you go. That's gonna stick in everybody, whether you love it or hate it. It's now part of it. You're gonna close your eyes at night, and you will be haunted by the
we,
sight of me doing that.
you know
So you're
what?
welcome.
We might actually some people might get scared. We might actually lose some memberships, but you know what? That might be worth it. It's just might be worth it. It's the cost of doing business, I guess. Friends
If you
over
want
on the
more,
chat.
you can check out my OnlyFans. And no, I don't.
Friends in chat, have a great trading day. Andrew and Brian with you guys up next. Have a great morning. We'll see you guys a little bit later.
Take care, everybody. Trade smart.
All right. Well, YouTube, we will get everything switched over here. I see Brian's ready to go. I'm just going to mute Brian. Okay, perfect. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll here. All right, Oracle, CRWV, Hood, PLTR, NVIDIA, CWD. Those two are my risky pile. I thought I had more. Am I missing something? I thought I had more on here.
Oracle? Did you say Oracle?
I did. Yeah, I do have Oracle. So
Oracle and
that's good.
CoreWeave. No, those are the ones that you talked about. I mean,
Okay.
we also talked about Chewy, but I'm not sure if that's one that you're looking to pay attention to.
Yeah, it looks better today than most days. With this gap down, but again, just not sure how the the intraday action is going to be on this one compared to everything else. And oh, I forgot to add Tesla and Apple. I think I wanted to also have here. Which we're always looking at Tesla and Apple, right? Tesla especially. So I'm gonna add those to my secondary. There's a lot to watch today, Peter. I'm noticing it's a
There
lot
is.
on here. Yeah, can't watch everything. So if you guys see something great that's developing, let us know. All right, 1 minute. We got 6 minutes, guys. Any stocks that we didn't get a chance to look at? I know we ran a little bit late. Joby, yes, look at Joby. Mohammed and some other people did mention Joby today. I see what you guys like. Possible breakout on the daily. Yeah, that is forming here nicely. Up 8%. Good volume of 5.2 million shares trade. This stock has come a long way actually, because I'm like at $14. I don't remember this being at $14. This used to be like 765. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Joby doing his thing here, friends. So yeah, I like the daily. I think there might be some opportunities here to actually catch a breakout. Looks really good, actually. Any news, friends? The people that brought this up?
Joby?
Joby.
I don't think they've
Joby's
had any news
aviation, right?
recently.
That's the
Yeah.
aviation ticker. Yeah, yeah. All
Well,
right, nice.
the vertical takeoff,
Mm-hmm.
basically the human carrying drones. Uh, oh, apparently
All right, what was
they're in talks with Uber to
mm-hmm.
enable Joby helicopters in Uber. Well, they gotta get approval to
Mm.
fly first, but anyways, but it's good that
Yeah,
they're thinking forward.
yeah,
Soon
yeah.
as 2026, Carlos, you might be able to book your Joby drone flight through Uber.
Yeah, what's that gonna cost?
Oh, goody.
That's what is that gonna cost, right? I mean,
I,
that's
I
what
I
it
don't know
comes
what it's
down
gonna
to.
cost, so I'm still not doing it. Damn it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
What is this
can you imagine if you like?
KLAR? No, go ahead, Peter. Go.
Can you imagine if you think you're booking a car in
Yeah.
Uber and you don't pay attention and suddenly this chopper thing lands on your, in front of your house and you're like, what is this? I thought I was just
Yeah.
calling a car.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that happening. The trees and in my town, all the lines are, in a lot of parts in Jersey, it's all above ground, right? So just
Oh,
don't
that's
get the
true.
power
You
lines, man.
have you
This gonna have to be like a
we
on a station, like a bus stop or
yeah.
something.
I gotta say, a very, it's one of the things you don't realize until you don't appreciate when you live here. But in my community here in this
Mm-hmm.
suburb I'm in, they made the decision like 40 years ago to bury all of the lines.
Smart.
So there's no phone lines, there's no power lines, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like we don't have any
Nice.
of that in the
That's
neighborhood.
beautiful. Yeah.
It is actually, and you sort of you don't appreciate it till you go somewhere else where they have them, and you start
And you're
looking. You're
like,
like, this
what
is
the
like
heck?
disgusting with all these
It's
lines
messy.
everywhere, and
Oh,
like we don't have it. There's no telephone poles. There's no again. There's
really?
no above ground lines. So
There's
it's
poles on top of poles
anyway.
here. There's poles on top of poles and more poles. It's just madness. So yeah. But yeah, you grow used to it, right? You get used to it. But you're right. When you start looking at it closely, I got like 20 cables coming from that pole, right? Because probably the previous internet service provider, they don't take their cables down. They leave them there. So unless
Oh
you hire
no,
someone to
yeah,
come
they
take
just
them
cut the
down,
ends, right? They
I
don't
still
take them
got
down.
a dish with DirecTV when DirecTV was a thing. The dish is still there. I gotta get somebody to take that thing down. So
Right.
yeah,
Well, you get it
madness.
because at a certain point, you don't want to take it off your house because then you leave holes that you got to take care of. It's probably better
Or
to just
there's gonna
leave
be
it there,
four
right?
holes, and it's probably the it's gonna
Yeah,
look different as far as the shade of the of the siding, right?
that's
It's
true.
gonna have the
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
sticking out there. I don't want that.
yeah.
Um. All right, so let KL 2 minutes left here. KLAR, what's this? Klanar, Swedish fintech company.
Can't.
It's an
That's
it's
not open
another.
yet. That's an IPO that I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be watching to see if and
Okay.
when it opens. So
What is the ticker going to be? Oh, KLAR, right there. Okay.
KLAR. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
I'll put it
yeah.
here. Uh,
I'll let you know if and when it opens.
IPO.
Again,
Yep.
sometimes these things don't open as planned, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see today. AMD and Nvidia are getting a little bit of a pop here as we head towards this open. Meanwhile, Apple and Tesla are dropping, so
Yeah.
we'll see where we go. I think Apple. I don't
Let's
know what
see how
Apple's
that
doing.
does.
Apple's moving more than it normally does.
Yeah. Minute left, friends. I was surprised how many people emailed us yesterday to jump on the 60% off. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
they
we
had it
had
for
a.
like a week and a half, and then yesterday when they saw it
Uh,
was gone, everybody's like, "Oh!" Everybody just emailed saying, "Hey, I
yep,
need this." We took care of a lot of people yesterday, so thank you
we
for
did.
signing up. And that link should work until today. So if you don't wait, because I know they're gonna turn it off, so eventually.
Yep.
So we sent you something to be able to do that. Good, good,
Yeah.
good, good.
Oracle's getting a little bit of a pullback.
Yeah, today's Oracle's
All
day.
right.
Mm, mm.
All right, here
All
we
right,
go.
here we
Here's the
go,
opening bell. Where's my
friends.
bell? Where's my
I don't
opening
know,
bell?
but I hit the button here. I
Uh,
got a bell on my stream deck. I hit it, and I noticed we're on time. Actually, Oracle dropping. What is Andrew doing today? Andrew's trading from his hotel in Hong Kong, where he is.
yeah.
I guess deciding what his next move is going to be. Wow,
Hmm.
Oracle not having fun. Well, let's not say that. We're still
No.
up 30%. Let's keep things in perspective. It's still up 30%, but right now, $7 drop off the open, friends. This is aggressive. Rising Devil, Peter, here. What are we thinking?
No, it's a little too, this would be like a fallen angel type play if we were to trade
Yeah,
it, but
Fallen Angel. That's what I meant. I meant
that's a
Fallen Angel,
little
yeah.
aggressive of a pull down. I was looking at AMD for that too. I was looking for just a little bit of a pullback and then I wanted to go
Mm-hmm.
long AMD, but it's unfortunately holding this drop a little too much, so we might have
Mm.
to wait on this and see what it's going to do. So, not
Yeah, yeah.
not ready to go long on it yet.
PLTR. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
All right.
Jillian, I see that. I see that PLTR. I like it. Oracle, man, 1 minute ORB right here. What a whoa. I'm gonna go long Oracle here. Small shares, guys. I'm gonna try this 1 minute ORB. See if we get going. Got to give enough room though. My stop is like 317. I'm not taking a boatload of shares in this thing because we can literally move $7 like we had on this drop. So I wanted above the VWAP. I got a horrible feel. I wanted it more in here. Let's see. Now 317. I got a bail. All right, I got a bail. Man,
Yeah, see, I tried a long
you
on
did?
AMD and I got stopped out. So that's my first loss in a while actually. So
Yeah.
there you go. So that
Oh,
didn't
I'm going
work.
back in. Going back in. Let's see. Going back in
Wow, AMD
on
is
Oracle.
dropping.
Let's see if we can get the push up above the VWAP. Just take small shares though, right? Don't take a boatload on this one because it is wild.
Wow.
Oh yes, 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 yes. What are we doing, Oracle?
I was
Okay.
gonna jump
See?
in with you on
See, here
Oracle.
we go. Get filled. Fill my 45 shares, damn it. Oh, I didn't get filled. That rarely happens. Come on, baby. Okay, there it is. Oh, this is nice. Oh, it is such a bad trading stock, though. You see how sloppy it is? Not sloppy, it's just the spread, I guess. I don't know what's happening. Get this line out the way. Okay, that got filled pretty fast. Good. I took another one just in case. And see if we can get the push higher here on Oracle. All right. Here is 327. 1 minute ORBs are stressful. Like you gotta watch every single second.
Yeah.
uh let's oh man, this is good right here. Feel my shares. You see how weird it is? Even like 36 shares is taking forever to fill. Because of the way this thing is trading. You know what it is? It's plus my plus and minus 5 cents is not doing me well on a stock like this.
Right.
That's probably what it is. Because the spread is 60 cents. Yeah, spread's a lot. All right, I think I'm gonna jump out here. Um,
I've tried to go long AMD again. I don't know if this is like me making bad decisions or not, but because it's still below VWAP, this is not my normal trade. So, but I'm in again. I put my
mm,
stop at break even because I just don't want to get stopped out for a loss again. But I'm hoping that it's going to pop up, but it's not looking good.
yeah,
I don't know.
Oracle could be setting now for a 5 minute ORB if you're looking at that. They give you a
Yeah,
slight
I'm out.
pullback here. So
I'm out
nice little
again.
pullback there. And let's see if we can push. That was AMD, Peter.
No, I'm out. Yeah, it was AMD. Carlos,
I
yeah,
don't
you
have your
got in.
screen.
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't.
All right,
See,
let's
this is
see.
I told you I needed to be careful today because I know when I have a headache, I tend to be reckless. I don't understand why those go together, but
Mm, yeah, it's interesting, man. Um, oh, Andrew's in on Oracle too. I
he
swear, I did
is.
not
Yeah.
copy him. Did I get in before him?
I should have gone
No,
shorts on
actually, we
AMD.
got in same
This
time.
is
It's good.
this is dumb. See, I don't know why I went long. This is clearly a short play. In any event, reckless.
Uh, let's see, Oracle. I gotta tell you though, when you have a large spread, and it goes in your direction, the move is so fast.
Yeah.
It's just like it's crazy how fast things can move here.
And
But
Apple, see,
we
Apple did drop. I would have been better to focus on Apple and take that short. I knew it. I picked the
wrong horse.
wrong horse. Yeah.
Oh, Andrew's in on Oracle. Beautiful. Again, that 1 minute ORB engulfing is awesome. It's awesome. And he's got filled right now 327. I got a little bit less share, so I want to try to wait a little bit. But again, we're just not getting the pop. Or 328. And he's got a limit order at 328, one at 329. Looking to get filled. So again, beautiful trade. He added, of course, for the 5 minute, almost for that 5 minute ORB. So he got in for the 1 minute engulfing and also added on that 5 minute ORB setup. Right in this area here. I'll show you guys in a second. Right in this area here, which is a great ad. All right, here it is. Break the high of the day. I'll take a partial if we can. Oh, we are so struggling here. I'm gonna take another partial. I just feel that, you know, if this thing drops, the flush is going to be very aggressive.
Yeah.
And I just want to, yeah,
it could
have a good
certainly go down as
trade.
fast as it went up. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially with this spread. I'm just gonna put some money in my pocket here and see what it does. Short PLTR and hood, Mohammed. I'll look at those in a second. I do see them here doing some stuff. But Oracle has my entire bandwidth right now. Just because the way this thing is moving.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta focus on it because it could move fast. So
yeah. Yep.
you don't want to get caught.
I think I'm gonna get out.
It could pop though, Carlos. Don't I don't know. It's
like if it
could go
loses
either way.
this, see the support area here. We've been holding this for a while. This 325. I could wait. I got a very decent entry. I got a very great entry here. Moving areas are pretty high, so I don't have to jump the gun. But I'm just concerned that this is gonna, whoop, it's gonna just dump on us here.
Yeah.
Look, lower lows. Okay, there we go. Convince me that you want to hang out with us. Oh, you are awesome. Come on. Damn it. Break 328. You can do it. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. I gotta take a partial. I can't sit here and wait. It's just gotta do it. It is what it is. It'll cost me. It'll cost me, but it's okay.
There you go. There's the pop, Carlos.
Damn you. But you know, it's a great trade. We're doing very well today. Oh my goodness. But why? Why would you do that to me? Oracle. Oh man. Was I not patient, guys? Did I do the right? I probably was not too patient here.
You were not patient, no.
Peter, I was looking for, like, you know what you did with what the information you had. No, Peter's like, no, you were not patient, man. Just straight out, you were not patient at all. But Andrew, oh man, let me show you guys this trade. This is beautiful. Where is this button? Here, right over here. Here it is. Just awesome. 1 minute ORB. Right, this is how he took it as well. A little bit worse entry. He got a nicer entry here, right? Because when this thing engulf, that's the ORB we're looking for. Partial, added, and then out into this 331 area. He added twice. Oh, it's a G. Here, this screen is freezing. Let me move it over to a better one. But hold on, let me focus here first. Okay, we could wait. We could sit on this thing now. We could sit on this. So I gave this literally like a $3 stop. Okay, so the risk reward, I gave this a $3 stop, right? So we look at here, it got in around 320 both times. 320 here. I'm like, okay, 317, 316. You don't want to go below that, right? So I took sizing accordingly because I knew how this thing will move. But this is where you make your money when it moves like this. Wow. Why didn't I add? Should have just follow Andrew. Why
You've gone from I have to take a partial, I just can't wait, to why didn't I add? Isn't
the
that just the
emotions,
trader's
man.
lament? That's
Oh
the
my
trader's lament right there, man.
goodness. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, at the
And
time you were so nervous about losing your
oh,
profits, you weren't thinking of adding. You wanted to put money in your pocket. So
oh
that's
my
that's the
goodness.
way it goes.
Yeah. No, and I did look at the P&L slightly and I'm like, oh, that looks nice, you know. Book that.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. Andrew crushed this trade, my friends. 43K on that thing. Actually more. He still got like 13 unrealized. So just crushed it on Oracle. Um, I did very well with a lot less digits, but yes, with a lot less digits. But what a trade! Awesome, awesome. Um, all right, we have some. So now that I have a little bit of buffer, let's see what else we have going on. I could focus on the comments a little bit better. Hood. Let's take a look at Hood. See you guys calling out Hood. Oh, beautiful VWAP breakout. Please tell me one of you guys took this. That is a nice breakout, guys. Breakout candle, pullback, confirmation. I mean, that is textbook, textbook. So hopefully you took that one. Many of you guys called out POTR. I don't see the play you're calling out here. Just it was dropping. Okay, I see that. It is coming up to the view app now, so that could be interesting. Yeah. Microsoft. How did Microsoft do here? Oh, beautiful short on Microsoft. So many things traded well today. That's awesome. Had a rough start to the week. First 2 days were red. Yesterday almost break even, not that bad. But today everything is just trading nicely. So, hopefully you guys got some good opportunities.
I'm still
Yeah.
trading a little reckless here, Carlos. And I said I don't
No,
know
no, no, no,
why,
no,
but
no.
this
What
is
did you
this
get
is
in
no
on?
no. Back in AMD,
Okay.
I have to admit it's a little revengey. I wanted my money back, and so I grabbed it here. And oh, here, let me expand this.
Let me bring
Show
your
you guys.
let me bring your screen over
So,
here. Let me hold on. Where's your
but
hold on. I gotta find your did your thing move?
I don't know.
It should be. You know what? We'll fix it right now. Peter screen. Here it is. Gotcha. Okay.
So anyways, I got in this when it looked like it was reversing, trying to get the reversal. Took a couple of partials. Again, sort of momentum play. So if it comes back and stops me out, then so be it. But
Yeah.
I got some of
Uh,
my money back, but not all of it. Not yet, anyways.
I like that. Peter revenge trading. Friends, when do you get to
Yeah,
see that? Doesn't happen every day, that's for
yeah.
sure.
This is not my normal pattern. But I said this is typical. Happens to me every time. I know that I'm like, when I don't sleep well and I have a headache and I don't know why I
Yeah.
get reckless every time. It's
Mm.
strange. It's strange.
Is it that type of
Anyways,
like how much worse can it get? Screw it, let's go type thing?
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
You're
Even
dangerous,
just
man. Yeah.
my open trades on AMD that didn't work out. Oh, see, I just got stopped out.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Uh T-Man, oh, I'm still in Oracle. Oh, I'm still in Oracle. No, I'm not all out. I've taken a couple of partials, but I'm still in this bad boy. So now that we got a little
Look at
bit of
this thing.
cushion,
It's
yeah, it's.
$10 above where you took that partial.
How do I mute you? Can I mute you?
I'm just
Oh
jealous. I'm just
man.
jealous, Carlos.
Oh, I
You
see
got you
that.
got
I
look at
see. Look
Oracle,
at
man.
this
Look at that
thing.
move. And you were down here $20
Yeah,
ago. You got into this almost.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I
Oh my
still
God.
got a
I am
little bit
jealous.
left, but you're
And I
right.
was looking at it.
These
Why didn't
partials,
I take it?
I took, although it's just 10%, still it adds up. Here, 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 here. Come on,
yeah.
Carlos. What are you doing? What are you teaching these people, man? This nonsense. Ah, all right. Here I should take a partial. I should here definitely. I mean, this is just here. It will be irresponsible of me not to take a partial, right? So we'll take one here, and we don't have a lot of shares left now. Now the next one is just should be all out, or just let it run. Let it run and see what we want to do today. Oh my goodness! Look at Andrew, monster trade. Oh, he only made only 50, only 60K. I thought he made 100 on this. Not that impressed. 50K. That's all right. 60. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Of course, I'm completely kidding. That's a monster move. Good for him. Good for him. Straight from Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Matias, yeah, not even. I remember one time we were trading and Andrew was coming. He was switching over. He had like 45,000 he made on a trade, and I told him like, oh, that's it, 45,000, not even 50. And he's like, oh, I'll make it 50. And then he closed something. I think he said I didn't realize he closed something and made it 50. I'm like, this guy. It
Yeah.
was the funniest thing ever. We did it here live, so
Yeah.
you might have been around for
Yeah.
that. But it was funny, man. Like, oh, you want 50? I'll give you 50. Boom. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the room. See what we got here. So that's Oracle. Good win for today. CRWV also actually did pretty good. 1 minute RB not as easy to take as the one we did on Oracle. And again, 1 minute RBs are tough, but when you get this pattern, as I was trying to mention this earlier, this engulfing pattern is probably the only 1 minute RB I like to take is this engulfing pattern. It just gives you a chance to really think about the entry. So, Core, we still had a good 1 minute. Again, very hard to take that when it just takes off like that. Did pull back for a nice continuation. Heavy BCD pattern there. So good if you took that. Hood continues, man. This thing is just on fire. So nice breakout, breaks the high of the day. And it's, again, pulling back here, obviously, after a beautiful run. And PRTR is struggling. I know we mentioned earlier, it got going here and then it just kind of starts to struggle here. It's having a bad day compared to how it normally trades, right? Now, if you had a great entry on it for a short, yeah, you could have had a good opportunity, but your entries had to be so perfect to make this worth your while. It could have been a tough trader. So, and we got a bunch of, like, our secondary list, Peter, looks like almost a primary list. I mean, we have NVIDIA, we have CWD, not so much, Tesla, Apple. I mean, just awesome. Apple dropping here a little bit as well, feeling some of the weakness. But yeah, beautiful day today, guys. Humberto, Amazon. Yeah. Oh wow. Clean short on Amazon. Peter, you mentioned Amazon earlier. I don't know if you were watching it or you were just talking about it, but I
Yeah,
remember you.
just mention it because it was heading towards the highs, but today's definitely a pullback day. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
because it was red when a lot of other stuff was green.
Mm.
Um, Oracle pulling back here, Carlos.
Yeah. I don't have much on this thing. So let's see if it decides to go up. Maybe 330 will jump out of it. It's just we made our money on this. If I would have added here like Andrew did, then yeah, you might want to get out. You might not want to let it pull back as much. But I got so much room at the moment on it. Wow, Oracle 30. It actually held the pop that we're talking about, 37%. It's just awesome. Deleting AMD from my list because they harassed Peter today. Oh, we appreciate that. That's good. Um,
Because they harassed Peter. It didn't harass
mhm.
me. It's my own poor trading here. I tried it again a minute ago, by the way, and it just It didn't run, so I just stopped out. It looks like AMD wants to go up, but it's stuck here.
KK, I was watching and biting nails after HR moved move of Oracle. Yeah, Oracle is a nail biter, especially at the beginning here when you're in it, because again, how much it can move. Like, couldn't take my eyes off anything else while watching it here, just because from here, if it would have dropped, you would have lost. You could have easily been like at VWAP, right, at break even, or even giving some of your money back that you already partialed out on. So yeah, it was a tough one. It really was. I wish I would have not taken this long to get going, because it forced me to take these partials here, or at least it made me do that decision because it didn't get going right away. So um, I think fun might be over on Oracle, and I don't have really enough shares to make it worth my while to try to hold through something here. So I'm just gonna get everything out. There it is. It's just not worth it holding through a pullback if we are gonna go back to the VWAP here. So.
Oh yeah, so AMD now at a new low of day. AMD lost it.
Yeah, things
What's Tesla doing?
there's some
Tesla's just
selling
hanging out
pressure
here.
happening now. Things are feeling a little bit
Yeah, a little bit. A
weak
little
here.
bit. We do have a data point that's coming out at 10 o'clock. With not a big one, really, but we do have the wholesale inventories coming out at 10. So that we'll see if that causes any market reaction.
Friends on YouTube, thank you so much for all the likes this morning. We're sitting at let me refresh to get the latest numbers. But we're sitting at 318, which is awesome, because once we get close to 400, I just stop asking until Andrew comes back on, because 400 is like, if when me and you get to 400, we know we did our job. It's like like the baton, you pass it to the next person. If you want to get 400 more, that's on you. But we do 400, we've done our part here. So thank you guys for the support. 319, 321, 335. Excellent. Thank you so much. And for Lambos and garbage trucks, we'll be giving away. Well, for everybody, we'll be giving away 5 ebooks today. I still have some emails to send from people that won yesterday, so you'll get those today. Tuesdays is my busy day. You have those days that are like, every day is fine, but Tuesday's your busy day. Tuesday's my busy day. I have everything going on with boot camp meetings. It's just Tuesday's a day where my emails fall behind a little bit, but today you'll get everything on there. Demi, I saw your email. I did not get your original one, so I did see the one you sent yesterday. So I'll get back to you. And awesome. And if you still want the 999 promo, send me and Peter an email. We'll do it one last time today. So nice
secret.
and low, hopefully. Yes, it's nice and quietly. So I was surprised again
how many
close friends, if you're listening close. If you're in the kitchen, sorry you missed it. But yeah, send us an email. We'll honor that promo just for today. I'm surprised how many people actually send us emails saying, "Oh, I missed it. Let me jump in." Like, okay, we're gonna hook you up, but send today, guys, because after today they'll stop that. Yeah. Good. And let's see here. So, let's see. And so, yeah, 5 ebooks today. Looking forward to that. And then we'll see what Andrew wants to give away. I think it's Wednesday. So, Wednesday, we do membership today. Membership annually membership for Lambos and Garbage Truck members. So, we'll do that one today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I like Wednesdays. I was also looking at the video of courses that we're gonna release. We got Mike, Dwayne, Andrew, and some other people in the background. Daniel, these guys. It's a lot of names that work in the background, do great support for us. You don't see them like me and Peter here, but man, this train does not run properly. These people are not in the back throwing the codes in and getting stuff done, man, doing the heavy lifting. We got a lot of great people. Our editor, I mean, it's just amazing group of people, and they love what they do, which makes it real awesome to work with them. They got a list of stuff they want to release to Lambos and Garbage Truck. Real nice. There's one coming out this weekend.
Uh,
That's going to be just for
yeah.
Lambos and Garbage Truck members. And every weekend they have a whole entire schedule. So it's going to start getting really nice, guys. So check it out. It's the best $5 a month you ever spent. Not even dollars.
I
Best
I
five
recorded.
local currency, you know? So if
Yeah.
you're in Dominican
I just
Republic, you're getting this
recorded.
for free.
I recorded something yesterday, so I know that there's some new
Ah,
material coming out.
that's in the works. In the works. So definitely check it out. Check it out for sure. Um, but yeah, Peter, like the dollar in Dominican Republic is like 1 to 50, 1 to 60, right? So 60 pesos give
Right.
you $1. So if it's local
Right.
currency, I mean, you're highway robbery on this thing. So worth it. So worth it. Um, but like Andrew says, it's not about the money. We don't make a lot on that. The only person that gets paid here is Peter with likes. But other than that, we really don't make no money. It's more about the community and building something, being part of something, right? And YouTube likes all this stuff with the
You're
algos.
gonna convince people
So
that I actually get paid using those likes, but
the likes are going up. They love you, Peter. See, if I say that, the
yeah,
likes
I
are going
guess.
up. See
Oh,
that? We're
oh,
almost
that's
at
nice.
400 already. People want you to get paid
That's
by
nice.
likes.
Oh, I appreciate that.
All right, Peter, you in anything?
No, still watching AMD as it's leaking off here. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
look like it's hit a bottom yet. It's tough to say what
Okay.
it wants to do.
Hikmat Tony, welcome, or Hitmat. Hope it's not Hitman. Hitmat Tony. Welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck, man. Good to have you. Tony L. Ajatoni. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I like that name. Sounds like a movie name or something.
Hikmet, Tony L. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Welcome.
Andrew, Andrew D. Yeah, get paid on OnlyFans. Ugh. I mean, I don't think I know anybody with an OnlyFans site. At least not I'm aware of. Is it
I
more
do.
than just porn, or is that really all it is?
So
I
I
have no
looked into
idea.
this. I had a serious question about this, and the guy when he created OnlyFans, it was not for porn only or
No,
adult
I know when it was
videos, right?
created. Yeah, that no, that
Yeah, it
was not.
wasn't for that.
he- no, he wanted to share like gaming tips and
Yeah,
stuff,
gaming
and
and everything. Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But like a lot of things, it got overcome by by
Yeah,
porn. So
it got taken over. But I think there are some
yeah,
people that still use it for like other stuff other than adult entertainment, right? But
right.
again, imagine if we were doing the pre-market show on OnlyFans, right? And I give somebody my OnlyFans, they're not gonna think I'm doing a pre-market show. Their mind's gonna go elsewhere. That brand is tainted with that already, or not tainted, because
Oh
I won't
yeah.
call anybody, but that's the brand, you know. So
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's what you say. OnlyFans is what everybody thinks. So it's hard to make it anything else now.
yeah. So here's again, YouTube makes this very tricky, guys. So the question is, how do I subscribe to Lambos and Garbage Truck membership on YouTube? So here's what you have to do. If you go to our webpage, right? If you just click on Andrew's face over on YouTube, and like even on this channel, click on Bear Trader's name or Andrew's icon there. It's gonna bring you to the main page. Right next to subscribe, you're gonna see this join, right? So that's how you want to do it. Even at the bottom of this video, you're gonna see a join right next to the title. On your phone, it might be somewhere else. I mean, YouTube does things very differently. Um, but yeah, that's how you would join. So right on our homepage on YouTube, or right at the bottom, you might see a link saying subscribe. Oh, it's definitely working in their favor. Absolutely, Melanie. 100%. A hundred
They're trying to
percent.
sell it though. Apparently, they've had it on the market for a while, and while it
Really?
makes money, it's hard to sell as a business, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
so. So I have to admit, Carlos, here I am talking with you, and I'm still trying to catch this falling knife, and it's a little embarrassing. I don't understand what's happened. This
Oh,
is again, this is
let me
me. Look at
see.
me today. Look at this. Is this
Show
whose
me.
trading is this? This is not my. This is not me. This is not what I normally do.
Uh,
But
let's see. Show me.
the
Show me yours,
problem
Peter. I'll
is,
show you mine. If you show me your tray, I'll show you my tray. If
yeah,
we're in the
I've
OnlyFans themes, show me yours. I'll show you
yeah.
mine. Okay. Oh goodness, Peter, what are we doing here? Yeah, it's not you, man.
Like that. Look at
Uh,
how many times. Look how many times I've been in and out of this. This is like my fifth
look
time
at
trading this or
this.
something.
Yeah,
And the problem is I'm getting rewarded for it because I've
you're
actually made
making
back
money,
all my
huh?
lost. I made back my
Okay.
lost money,
Yeah.
and I'm now into profit zone. So, I'm getting rewarded for my bad behavior. We talk about this. It's not necessarily
Mm.
where you want to be. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's tough to break the habit once you start to get paid. So
Yeah.
look at
Once
this.
once you start to get paid, it's yeah. Yeah.
But you can see on here, guys, like look how many times I've tried this. Well, this is the first trade, then there was the
Mm-hmm.
revenge trade, that's two, and then three, and then four, and five, six, seven, eight. This is my eighth trade this morning, Carlos. Like you guys who have been here for any period of time.
Yeah, this is not like you. But
That's
again, are you taking some random averaging down? It's not crazy off the wall, right? It's
it's
not.
no, but
It's
I'm not
calculated.
proud of it.
Yeah, I get it.
Not
It's
proud
not
of it.
pretty, but it's not like off
No.
the wall where you're letting things, no, the wheels fall off here, Peter. Where you're averaging down, going past your stop, right? That's the big one. Like I
No.
don't mind a lot of
No,
trades taking. It's when you go past your
yeah.
stop and you start averaging down. This is when things get ugly, right? This is hanging out at the bar at 2 o'clock, seeing what's left. That's not what you want to do here, right? So you're not there yet. You still got time to leave the bar at a good, decent time here and get home. So if you need a wingman to help you leave, I can be here for you, man. And I really can. Let me know.
I appreciate that. All right. Well,
But this reversal's working out and a lot of things are looking pretty
yeah.
bullish right now. Look at Tesla above the VWAP. Big move on Tesla right now. On the
What's
5 minute, one
what's
minute, not
Tesla?
so much, but
What's what's
Tesla,
Tesla doing?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Tesla doing some stuff here. Um, wow, I didn't realize how
Yeah.
early it is. We still got so much time, friends.
I know. I
Let's
know.
find
I'm
something. Yeah,
exhausted
we
and
still
it's
got.
and it's only been half an hour into this market here.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch POTR banner because I'll be honest. And I'll just pull my screen here for a second. POTR, this, and I talk about this in my video on the VWAP breakout. This type of breakout here is not usually what I take. They don't break out that well. This one
You got
happens to
my
be break.
screen. Oh no. Oh no, you changed it. You changed it.
I changed.
Sorry.
I
I
changed.
was
Yep, yep.
behind.
No, it's
I was
okay.
behind. My
Um,
bad.
so if you look at this, like consolidation like that, it's not ideal. You can still take this breakout, but I really like the ones that come up to the VWAP, do their thing, and then continue with that momentum. Those I prefer those, and Tesla's doing that a little bit here, just a little bit, not quite. But again, I prefer that the when they come up like this. Look, a couple of fails too. This one failed here. You would not join that one. So I prefer that opposed to that consolidation, right? Because you just don't know when this breakout is going to take place. It's very tough. So again, beautiful break on PTR. If you took it, that is just awesome today. And Peter, your trade is looking good. Getting to the VWAP here. Where's the
Yeah, I'm
next
waiting.
partial
I'm
at?
hoping to hit the VWAP to take another partial.
Yep.
I don't want to. I don't want to pull a Carlos and not be patient. Here we go. There you go. Now we're
Love it.
heading. Now we're at the VWAP.
Nice.
All right.
That
So
is that's a beautiful trade,
there we
man.
go. So
Just
I
awesome,
feel like
awesome.
I've been rewarded for bad behavior, but and I appreciate the support, by the way. A couple of you in the chat here have said, "Hey, don't worry, Peter, you'll make it back. It's all good." Like I wasn't really worried. It was just one of those days.
Yeah.
It's rare that I have that opening losing trade, but it does happen. But yeah, I'm well into profit now, and it's green. I'm again not super proud of my trading, to be honest, but maybe maybe I just need to evolve my thinking a little bit because
Yeah.
it's there's
Nah,
certainly money to be made. We see it every morning. Andrew does it.
yeah.
So
Yeah. It's again, this is it's not pretty. but it is calculated and it sometimes can pay off. Sonny, welcome to the
Yeah.
Lambos and Garbage Truck, my friend. Good to have you.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
I see,
Giveaway later
I
today
see a
at
couple of
around
people mentioning
10:50.
NBIS, by the way. Yes, I see the
Yep.
move on NBIS. It did pop up here. Still risky type of trade, risky play, but yeah, it's certainly working. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to
Yep.
I'm going to add into my trade here on AMD above VWAP. I'm hoping for a move here above VWAP,
Mm.
so it moved my
Not
average up,
only
as you can see, just
not
above
only are you
160.
trading recklessly, but you're getting cocky now, huh? I'm so kidding.
Look, at
No,
this
no, I'm
point, I've
kidding.
got
I'm
nothing
kidding.
to
It's good.
lose.
No,
So,
it's good. It's good.
well, because either it's going to go above VWAP, right, and it's going to trend, or it's going to drop back down to the low of day and stop me out. So either way, I don't really lose much by adding, in my opinion, because I was gonna hold to my
Yeah.
break even anyways. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm far enough
No,
away from my
I like
entry
it.
that I could add and my stops at a reasonable spot. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And actually, this could be setting up for a VI breakout, friends. I like the way we came up here above
Could
to
be.
from 159 here. A little stutter step below the VWAP, which is not great. But let's see. Let's see if we can get a breakout here, get our strategy, good risk to reward. I don't see why not. Rob, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck. Good to have you. I see we're starting to get some stars here that are different colors. So that is nice. These are the people that joined, been with us for over a month. So you start to see the difference in colors, right? We're gonna change that. We're gonna make it more distinct here. So we'll change that icon. But yeah, thank you guys for
Uh,
the support.
and I see Valerie, you're asking if we got your email. I don't remember seeing Carlos, do you remember seeing an email from
Valerie,
Valerie? I
the
don't.
name sounds familiar, but I'll
Did
have to
you?
check. I did. I think you're one of the winners from yesterday. Yeah, if you won yesterday,
Yeah.
you'll get it today. Yeah, yeah, you won yesterday. I got your name here. Yep, you'll get an email today.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
You'll
Because I
get
just
it
sent an
after
email.
yeah,
All right.
after I'm off
Carlos
the
is just
live,
working
you'll
on it.
get it. Yep.
All
Yep.
right. Fair enough.
Again, Tuesdays when I get off the live, I go to do so many other things as far as boot camp and everything else. So didn't get to do it yesterday,
All
but
right.
today you'll get it. Mike, good morning. Good to see you. I remember 3 months ago, Peter would even trade before 10:30. 100% correct. We turned him into a morning trader.
If-
You know?
yeah. I'm being rebuilt
Yeah.
like the $6 million man. We can rebuild him.
There we go.
So we'll see what happens. AMD is struggling here at the VWAP. It's actually not looking all that good at the moment, but
Yeah.
that's all right. Again, whether it goes higher or I get stopped out, I'm locked into this trade. We'll just let it see. Oracle, did you hang on to some of that, Carlos? Because it's back
No,
up here.
I got out because
You're,
what I had left. So I got out here because what I had left wasn't worth holding, right? And I see Andrew still in it, and he did add.
okay.
Did he? I can't see. Oh yeah, so he did add here, and then he's got an order
Of
wait
course
to
he did.
get filled at 340. But I'm surprised he didn't add on the drop on the way up. He just partialed. Am I missing something? Um,
No. He added right near the top here, like right at this range, it looks like.
yeah. I mean
So
that's just an awesome trade,
but
man.
that's the
So
advantage
good.
when you're well into a
Yeah,
trade, right? You can sort of add and then sort of just say, I'm gonna wait for a
yeah,
bit. I mean, my
yeah.
AMD trade is not quite the same situation. It's not as generously positive, so it's much easier for me to get stopped out after my ad. But
Yeah.
yeah, Oracle, he's
Agreed.
waiting for 340 to hit. It looks like
340.
so.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully it can, and I'm hoping AMD can hold on here and go higher. But it's like I said a minute ago, it's not looking all that good. So I may very
yeah.
well just get stopped out. But anyways, whatever will happen will happen.
This was it's a great trade. I gotta say, I was nervous. This is not typically the way I trade. I don't trade. You don't see me trade this 1 minute ORBs a lot, but it just looks so good today. And it actually looked great for even a fallen angel, right? We talked about it here, but the price action this 1 minute was so tough. I mean, this thing was dropping like a rock, then coming right back up quickly. It's not an easy fallen angel to take here, but that would have been just an awesome entry, because it never comes and touches your tests your entry level here. So that's nice. This 5 minutes on Oracle looks great. I think Andrew is gonna get his 340. I mean, it just looks very bullish. If you look at this here, this looks awesome. So just gotta hold here and see if we can get higher. So AMD did fail, by the way. We're looking at AMD for the breakout of the VWAP. It did fail. We got the breakout, pullback, and then just kept pulling. So we're not going to join that trade. Sudat Munjunder, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck. Appreciate you for joining. I do this sometimes. I'll go and I'm going to put that into Google and say how to pronounce it. I do that. Like I'll go and find out how to pronounce things because I want to pronounce it correctly. So I'll find out how you pronounce that name. But welcome to the family. All right, here it is. Let's see it. Get filled.
Nice. Okay, Andrew's adding more into Oracle, looking for a move higher. Let's hope it can do it for him.
He got filled. There he goes.
He got filled. Of course he did. It's Andrew. Of course he did. Of course he did. There you go. Arms in the air. You know he's a happy man. Look at that.
That's a beautiful thing.
He can go buy himself the deluxe mimosas for breakfast at the hotel in Hong Kong.
At the Hong Kong International, whatever. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But yeah, friends, this is the access you will get if you join the chat. And we're on all day, right? So Andrew's sharing his screen. If you click here, you got Brian. He'll be having his usually has his book map, which soon will be Atlas. We're working on that. Andrew's shown a couple of shots already in the works. Looks awesome. And then here, you can network with a lot of people. Here's our beautiful members in chat. And again, it's just people, Alex on the palm tree, what did he do? Sharing their trades on Tesla. Just a lot of cool stuff, guys. Definitely check it out. You have it special actually. $19 gets you in for what? For a week. Try it for a week. It's less than the Starbucks coffee, large grande with extra cream on top, or whatever you guys get. It's cheaper than that.
It's cheaper than that.
Yes, and more valuable, and it'll last longer. So all plus. All right, friends. Amazon VWAP breakout.
I thought I survived the pullback on AMD because it had popped up, but now it just stopped me out. So I'm out. So fortunately, I didn't get anything more on that trade, but it was good enough to bring me back to green. So that's good.
I like the Amazon call out here. Who was this? Junaid Asghar. This is a nice setup, even on the 5. Because you can see on the 5 here is doing the move as well. You could do it in a bigger time frame. It just takes a lot longer. You might have the best entry as the 1 minute. Oh, what's the deal here? So yeah, I think this is gonna go. I would have loved to have been a little bit in here, but this looks good.
You know, it's funny, Carl. It's funny when it's been a long time since I've traded this way, and it's amazing to me when you. So if you can, or either my chart or your chart on AMD, I just find it fascinating how the brain works. And just guys, just bear with me for a second here. So I was long on AMD, right? So if we just look at this pattern here, I was long in AMD, right? And I added it at the VWAP. And I don't have a pen to draw here, but let's draw some boxes here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. What's fascinating to me is if you just look at sort of what's happening right in here in this range, right? As I'm looking at the trade activity in that range, it sort of was we're looking to see if it was going to make a VWAP breakout, and then it dropped below VWAP and then did this spike back up. And on this spike back up, I just remember like 3, 4, whatever it was, 5 minutes ago, thinking, okay, maybe it's going to spike and go above VWAP, right? This one green candle we've got at 1012 here. Let me draw another box around it just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this candle right here, right? And and I thought, oh, maybe it'll go spike back up, and sure enough, it loses that and drops down and then stops me out. Now that I'm out of the trade, I can look at it and say, well, clearly this is a VWAP failure, and that spike back up is that last hurrah to break through. Would have been a great place to short with a stop above basically this box I put in here, right above the short-term high, and you could have taken sort of a momentum short. But I was thinking the exact opposite when I was in the trade, and it's amazing to me, even after all this time, how my brain will still do that. If you're long in a trade, you're going to try and see it long. If you're short in a trade, you're going to try and see it short. It's only when you sort of get out of it that, at least for me, that I can sort of reset and say, no, no, it's clearly, the opposite signal. And Carlos, I find that I still haven't figured out how to break that. Andrew is one who I
Mm.
noticed he's very good at doing that, right? He's just like, he's not really wedded to anything. He'll get in, he's like, nope, not working, get out again. And he's just
Yep.
able to sort of see it for what it is. I get
Yep.
colored by what I want to see happen.
We
And
all
as
do at
much
some
as,
point. Yeah. You're
yeah,
right.
anyways, fascinating.
Yep.
Anyways,
You're right. I think part of that, and I mentioned this before, not something that you haven't heard or Andrew hasn't heard me say plenty of times. One of Andrew's great skills I try to learn or have learned a lot is just stop out, get back in, right? No fear of like, if you're wrong, so what? If you're wrong the first time, so what? You don't get
right.
the first time, it's fine. Just stop, and then don't feel either. Ashamed might not be the right word, but don't feel ashamed to get back into a trade if it starts working out again, right? And if you start thinking like that, it kind of takes some pressure off your shoulders, man. Just stop out, get back in. What's the big deal? Why are you making this a big deal, right? That's what I'm talking to
Yeah.
myself now, because I used to get in and just hold through like, this one has to work. No, it doesn't. Who cares? Stop at a small loss, get back in, right? And
Right.
once you realize that, that's what Andrew does. If you look at his trading, when something's not working at the timing he expected to, stop out, get back in. Stop out, get back in. Instead of getting in, trying to survive
Yep.
a huge losses that would have amounted to like 10 stop outs and getting back ins, this is a lot much riskier because it might not come back. So once you learn that, man, it has done magic for my trading, Peter. I'm telling you, just stop out, get back in. It's not a big deal.
Yep.
This is one
Agreed.
single shot is not important, right? So, but you're right. Easier said than done when you're first starting out. And yeah, so work on that and
So,
watch Andrew. Watch Andrew do that. He does this all the time. And I mean, I know you know, Peter. I'm telling our viewers, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
No, you're absolutely right. So, and that sort of helped me today, right? So I didn't try and hold on to anything. I just
you did
waited.
that
I mean,
today. Yeah,
I did. I just got out, got back in. So,
yeah.
so I want to see if you can work the magic again, Carlos. You were talking about before where you said not 50. Remember that? Andrew just put his P&L on the screen,
What was it? What
and
was it?
it looks like he's all out of things. He's made $68,400. So I want you to say not 70
Not
when he gets
70?
on, and
How is
yeah,
that
not
possible?
70. See if you can dare him to make another
That is
600 bucks.
a,
Hopefully
a
he's
a
not listening.
monster day,
Hopefully he's
man.
not
So shout
listening.
out to him. And he's
Yeah.
not even on his regular machine. Like, I know you can trade from a laptop and monitors, but it's not the same. It is
Yeah.
different when you are in your travel setup.
Oh
But to be able
yeah.
to pull those numbers,
Yeah.
that's freaking awesome. So good for him. He did copy my trade, by the way, Oracle. Just letting you know I was in first. Just letting you know. Actually, I don't think I was.
Yep.
I think he got in a little bit before me on his entry. So, but yeah, but we saw the same thing. And dang, 1 minute engulfing is so powerful. I'm gonna make a video on that, on the 5 minute ORB, and I'll make a video on the 1 minute engulfing. We'll combine those two together because they work very well. Um, and yeah, we'll do a video for the Lambos garbage truck. We'll put that up there. That should be fun. Great day, guys. So only one trade for me. I almost got into. Oh yeah, let's talk about Amazon. So I almost got into Amazon. But again, I missed the entry. The entry would have been right in this area here. So I missed that. If you got in early, you did very well. I mean, it's turning back now, but you got all the way to 334, 40-ish almost. That is a great trade. And I think Demi in our chat, one of our LGT members, LGT Lambos garbage trucks. Yeah, we call it LGT or LG. What's better? LNG? No,
uh,
LGT. I like LGT.
I
LGT.
don't
You guys
know.
decide.
Just
LNG. I don't know. Let me know. But LGT. I like it. So she's got a reversal on this thing. So very nice. If you did a reversal on it, you did very well. Back up to the VWAP there. So awesome. But yeah, I missed the entry on this one.
you know what?
Worked out pretty good.
You know, as you were saying that, Carlos,
Mm-hmm.
LGT, whatever you want to call it, it made me
Yeah.
think legit. Let's call it the legit group.
Mm.
They're
Legit.
legit, man.
Yes.
They're legit. Yep.
Well, you know what we could do too is LGT plus map props. We could you know how Apple is Apple and then you got Apple Plus. It could be like BBT Plus or something like that, right? Because so many things. But I love the Lambos and Garbage Truck. It's a really unique name. And
But-
you guys, if you're part of it, you know, go out there. Yeah, I'm part of the Lambos and Garbage Truck crew, and people are going to ask you tons of questions like, "What? What? What's going on? What? You part of
what
what?
the heck does that mean? Yeah.
What the hell does that mean? Lambos and Garbage Trucks."
Let's
It's a
see.
great conversational piece to throw out there
Do
if
I
you need to.
have do I have Andrew's old? I don't think I
Which
have
one?
any of the photos. Just some of the old
Yeah,
Lambos and garbage truck sort of photos from history.
I have a few. They're all over the place though. I have some on
Yeah.
OneDrive. But I got to put them all together in one BBT file. Um, I got pictures on everywhere, so I got to consolidate that.
Mm.
Joe, we should make some cool gear. Lambos and Garbage Truck. I will buy some of that. I got to get with the team here. Yeah, I would like that. I don't want to wear nobody else's brand. Why do I want to wear Ralph Lauren's? I want to wear LGBT stuff, man. The heck? What did Ralph do for me? Nothing. And done nothing for me. Need to be wearing his name across my chest. No, thank you. I wear BBT stuff and LG Lambos and Garbage Trucks all over. Lambo in the front, garbage truck in the back. Yeah, it's be nice. You know? Or we could just get this in one of your shirts. Right in the front. So you go down the street in Walt Disney. Get Peter out there. Smooshing along.
Oh
Good
man,
stuff.
I'm never gonna live it down. Oh, you know what? That's all right. There's enough
Um,
material. As I've said many a time, I subscribe to the Paris Hilton theory of fame. Put enough embarrassing stuff out there, nobody cares anymore.
no, yeah. I'll have fun with it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, only 1024, friends. So we still should be able to find. Oh, wow. See this Apple thing, man. Apple's just disappointing. Look at this drop here, 2.8.
Yeah.
After their event. Uh, uh, but I don't blame them. I mean, how much more can you do with a phone? Like, what else do you want? You know, maybe this should stop coming out. You don't have to come out with a phone every year. Stop coming out with phones every year. You know, save that
I
money
want them.
and
I
yeah.
truly want them to be much more creative, to be honest. So I
But
feel
even
that they're.
for example, does Samsung come out? I'm not into all the marketing stuff, but does Samsung come out with a phone every year? Do they do that as well? Maybe they do, but I don't think you need
I don't know.
a new phone every year. There's not that big of a change that's happening in 12 months on a phone anymore. Back in the 90s, okay, I get it. Every phone was like drastic change, but now there's not a drastic change. All right, Ravi says they do every 5 year. Makes perfect sense. I think 5 years is a long time, but every 3 years, every 2 years, every other year, every year, you're putting so much pressure on your research and development team to come up with something they're not going to be able to. You know, It's just you can't. You can't. We already went too far on what the phones could do, and just start beaming us to different locations on Earth. It's just there's no need for one every year. It's just stop. Too much. Larry Ellison is now the richest man on Earth for now, right? Let's see if Oracle can hold this. Let's see. This is a big move for a big company, guys. Like this,
Yeah, it
38% on
really is.
Oracle. That's like
Oh yeah.
not Tesla. That's like Tesla. Imagine waking up and Tesla's up 30%. That's just like insane. Um, this is a very big move. So shout out to Oracle for getting it done here today and giving us some of those moves this morning. So awesome. Garbage trucks makes me think a filthy, disgusting. Well, actually, it kind of is that, right? When you're trading bad, you're not this garbage, right? When you're trading bad, trading has both sides of the coin here, and it's in extremes at times, right? Where you're doing very well, you feel the euphoria, the Lambo like truck feel. We all been there. Have you
Yep.
guys make money on
Yep.
vacation? Oh my goodness. Go trading, make money on vacation. It is There's no other high than making trading money from a laptop by the beach on vacation. There's nothing like it. It's just unbelievable, right? So it's a Lambo like feel, and then there's days where you overtrade, you do this and that, maybe blow up a nice chunk of change. You probably feel like a garbage truck, right? So kind of the good and the bad, all involved. It's all part of it. So yeah, it's makes sense. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Well, AMD, it's interesting. It bounced right from the level I got stopped at. Now it's back up above VWAP, and it's a shame.
Yeah.
Sucks to be
Yep.
me.
Yep. Yep.
God,
Yeah,
this
Neil.
headache, man.
It is. You still
Insane.
got a headache, Peter? That's not good,
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's not good. Hey, Carlos, where in Trading Terminal is a trading journal? Andrew mentioned it in the trade book, but I can't find it. All right, we'll get that for you. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. Robbie is correcting me. Samsung does 5 phone models every year. That is wild. That is wild. Yes, that's crazy. It's too much. Too much, too much. Every October. Yeah, yeah. Sean is asking, when is the WWW podcast coming? Have you guys given up on it or don't want to kick Joe Rogan out of his job? No, we're gonna do at least one. We'll do one for sure.
I don't
We'll do a
know.
short one, like
You, you,
17
you, you,
minutes. Yeah, we'll do a short one, and then we'll see what the feedback is. If you guys like it, we'll do one every month, right? Key is short and sweet and very controversial. I think it'll be fun.
All right, there's my alarm. We're an hour into this market now.
Yeah, Peter, and you did end the day green, right? With all the trades, you did recover your losses plus made some because you had a good
Uh,
move on AMD.
yeah. Yes,
Nice.
yes, I am green at the
Yeah,
moment. Not hugely green, but I got back my money and made a little bit. So I'm hoping,
beautiful, man.
this is now where hopefully I'll get some proper trades, some
That's right,
decent
because
trades against my
you trade all
strategy.
day. Yeah, yep.
Uh, so we'll see. I mean, right now nothing's looking at nothing's at the extreme. Oracle's probably the one exception, but it's a little too crazy for me.
Yeah, and it's funny. I'm going through the deck here, and I don't see any great VWAP breakout that we could join. It's been
No.
pretty quiet for VWAP breakouts. The few that would look great was Amazon. Did Amazon end up running some more? Would
Not
have
really,
stopped you
no.
out here. Would have stopped you out here. So it didn't get going. AMD, I think eventually tried again here. This is not pretty though. I wouldn't take this. It's just
no.
it's
It
messy.
looks the
So
best, but you're right. It's not.
yeah,
It's not great.
yep. POTR had a nice breakout. Look at this here again. Hard to time, but beautiful breakout right to almost the high of the pre-market, past the high of the day. They pull back to the VWAP and then pushing up again. So it's trading nicely under 1 minute. I just don't see any setups, any strategies I would have taken here. So pretty tough one. And I think Andrew's a lot of Oracle, right? Or I don't see any. I don't
Yes.
see no
Yeah.
limit orders.
He's all
Okay.
out of everything.
Oracles. He also traded. We didn't talk about this, but he traded Nvidia, and actually his trade on Nvidia is
Yeah.
very
He
clean.
traded Nvidia through the ETF
NVDL.
NVDL. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
he did. Yeah.
Yep. That is also a 1 minute ORB. Again, that's the best way to trade the 1 minute ORB. If you look at his trade here, let me bring it over. He's probably gonna be coming on pretty soon here. But if you look at how can I make this big? I think my hotkey's kind of shifty here. But if you look at this trade from Andrew, before he switches here, this is again this engulfing 1 minute ORB, guys. It is such a powerful strategy, right? So you look at the drop, look at the engulfing there, right? You're still within the area above the VF. So much happening here. This is a 1 minute ORB breakout, and again, the best way to take for me is this engulfing pattern. Oracle did the exact same thing. Partial into the high of the day. Look at this here. Partial, partial, partial. Found support added. I mean, this is clean. This is very, very clean. So, very, very nice. That's an NVIDIA. So NVDL, guys, is another ETF. NVIDIA, 2 times leverage. So Tesla has ones, and there's some other ones out there as well. If you are interested in that lower price, but it still moves. It's like still moves like the actual ticker. So excellent. And Andrew's been doing these recaps for Lambos and Garbage Truck members, so definitely take a look at that. He'll be doing some more, and they're really, really good. So you don't consider the wicks in the engulfing call? I personally do not. I think the body's more important. So if you look at this here, I'm just gonna go to my screen real quick, right? So when this engulf, right? So this came down right here. This comes back up. When I got in, it was on the engulfing crack here. It was already engulfed, right? So that's when I got in. It did pull back a little bit after that, and it stopped me out, right? But that's to me is the engulfing here. Now let's say the wick was up here. I will still consider this engulfing for me, right? Because you're engulfing the body of the candle here. So to me, I would still consider that there. I will still get long on that situation, right? Now, if it's something crazy like a huge
Right.
wick or something looks out of control, then yeah, you want to be a little more cautious. See how the price action is forming. But again, this to me, I got in right for the
And,
engulfing, and it worked out. It worked out nice, yeah.
and keep in mind, yeah, when you got in, it looked like an engulfing candle, right? Because
Yeah.
the price would
Oh
have
yeah.
been
Right.
there and filled that candle. So
Correct. Right.
yeah.
Pull back too heavily. That's what we stopped out. When this one opened, I was still in. This one opened, pulls back. That's when okay, this I can't be in here. It doesn't look great. Got out. Once it came back above the VWAP, that's like okay, I still can get my same entry. Still an engulfing crack pattern, and that's when we went long again. Again, get out, get back in. And glad I did because look at the move we got here, right? So. And then the opposite is the 1 minute where it's continuation. Those are tough to trade because it's like they close. And who did that? Hood? There's a stock did that today. This one here. All right. So this one are a little bit hard to trade. You gotta be very quick because here's your 1 minute range, right? If they decide to open up and keep going, like there's no process preparing you. You got to be very, very quick. If this thing would have opened up and now it's moving down and engulfing this candle, I feel like you have a better chance to prepare and get a better entry. Again, it's just a feel. It's not factual. I don't have all the data, but I feel that way when it comes to this 1 minute ORB. These are tougher to catch, right? And you saw with Andrew today. Andrew, both his trades, NVDL and also Oracle, 1 minute engulfing, right? So it's a very, very
Right.
powerful strategy. Oh, good stuff.
All right. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get Andrew and Brian over here.
Yeah, if they're ready to come over, we're set for them, and
Okay.
we will have them over in just a second here. If you want to go take a break, man, I know your head hurts. I can wait for them. You want to go hop over and
No, I don't. I'm not going to abandon you here. I just, but yes, I was sort of hoping they would get here so I could
no, I got
get
you, man.
up and take a
Oh, no,
walk
you're
and
not gonna
clear my
abandon me.
head.
I have like how many people I have? How many friends I have with me? I have like 800 friends with me, man. I'm not alone.
Okay. All
Got
right. There you
882
go.
friends.
Uh, there you go. Let me
Yeah,
just answer a couple questions. The Milnex
sure.
you're asking, I partially answered you in the text. IPOs can open at any time over the course of the day, or not at all. It really depends on what's going on behind the scenes, right? Sometimes they have last minute financing they've got to settle, or share offerings aren't quite set. You never know what's going on, so they never set a time. They often tell you what day they intend to open, and then they can open at any point in time. Usually, more often than not, it is between 11 and 2, but it doesn't have to be. Like we actually had a SPAC that opened a little bit earlier. It was around 10 o'clock, 10:10 or something. I think I announced it. I can tell you exactly. 10:11 is when I put the announcement in the Bearable Trading chat room. So yeah, they can open anytime. Andrew, welcome. I am I am going crazy, Andrew. I have taken 8 trades this morning, and I don't know what's going on with me. It's
Wow, you are
not.
one of us. You are one
I
of us now.
know. I know it's
He's
crazy. But
he's
I've got
gone
a
Sorry,
killer
rogue.
headache,
uh,
and I
put it in the
trade more
chat.
recklessly when I
Yeah,
have a headache. I've noticed. So whatever that means. But
yeah. Now you be converted to a degen. Congratulations.
Yeah,
thanks. Uncle
Uh,
Brian, how's your day going?
he went. Yeah, Peter went Hulk.
I went Hulk. Yeah, fortunately, I ended up green after all of that, and it was all on AMD. That's all I ended up trading. So all of my trades were focusing.
Okay.
I
trade
missed the
Oracle?
entry on Oracle, and I watched you guys have all that fun. What an awesome trade! But yeah, I missed it all.
The Oracle gave us like 5 entries. Like it was amazing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But again, we live and learn. Is that what they
Yep.
say?
You
So
live and
I
learn.
have a really good day on NVDA, NVDL, and Oracle, obviously. In the pre-market, I did mention that Oracle, I'm very bullish on Oracle, and I'm looking for a good entry on that. And Carlos is sharing my screen, so I can go quickly on that. So Oracle, I don't need to mention what happened yesterday earning. They missed some of the top and bottom, but they were super bullish on the guidance on the AI. So popped up 20, 30%. At the open, sold off. On a 1 minute, what we saw here is sold off, came up above the VWAP. I went long heavy above the VWAP at 318, popped up above the high of the day. I partial a little bit, and I realized that no, 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 no. This is not something that you want to partial. You want to actually add heavy on that. So I added multiple times, and the rest is history. So ripped up to 340, and it came back up again. I added again at 335, all the way up to 341. So for a very, very big profit that I am showing here right now, $59,000 multiple all the trades that we had. So that was a really, really nice trade. Obviously, I have VO and TLT, $600,000 unrealized profit here sitting in there. And then we had NVDL. So NVDA popped up again, this is some sort of a sympathy play because obviously, again, I didn't look at the details. Oracle on the AI is really bullish, and AI means NVDA and AMD and that kind of thing. So NVDA popped up, obviously, very heavy, very similar move. And, I decided to take the trade for an opening range breakout on NVDA. And you can trade NVDA, or you can go with something 2 times leverage called NVDL, which is a really, really like that, a really good volume, good volatility. And I, let me see, I missed this move on that. And then I did a reversal 920 trade on this. I think that's what I did. Yeah. So if I go to a 2-minute chart, yeah, so I did take a 920 trade on it. I think that was the trade that I did. So let's go to the other. Oh no, actually I did go earlier as well. So totally forgot. So yeah, 1 minute token range breakout. So to R4 on NVIDIA, and then I did a 920 trade as well here, which add to our profit a little bit as well. So 2 trades. That was pretty nice. Brian did a nice trade on Tesla, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a nice double bottom on Tesla
Yeah.
right at just around 10 o'clock. So Tesla really sold off. And I've noticed in the past Tesla has this habit of going down to previous day close, and then it dips below it and then comes right back above it, sort of just to take people's stops out or something. I'm guessing is what's going on there. But we did that around 9:40, 9:45, then came back up, actually rejected from the 9 EMA, which is one of my favorite moving averages, came back down, dipped a little below the PDC again. But again, this was a higher low. And as soon as we started to move back up again, just played it as a double bottom or higher low, whatever you want to call it. So it made a nice move back up. And one of the advantages of being in the room with us at the close yesterday, really liked the way Nvidia was trading, so traded it into the close. And I just mentioned that I was going to hold some overnight, fair amount overnight, swing trade, and that worked out really well. Some of our other members took that trade as well.
Yeah, amazing. So Jared did a really nice trade on Oracle as well. So Jared's coming early in the morning and really trades really nice. So for those of you who are available earlier, Jared has a really good style. Like yesterday, CWD had a big trade on it as well. Jared was trading it. So so yeah, don't miss things. Tesla is gonna go for the break of high of the day again. Brian, are you still
Seems
long
like
on
it.
Tesla?
No, I bailed on it when we got back to R4, which was around 350, 70, 350, 80.
Yeah, Robinhood is also making all-time high again. I mean, it was amazing day. Like it was really, really amazing day. I'm not gonna make any other trade, but it's like 2021 all over again. Like it's just ripping. Like it's great. Um, um,
Yeah,
So I'm in Hong Kong. I'm gonna stay like Nepal is closed because of all the riots and everything. The situation was really bad. Like they were to beat the hell out of all the ministers and stuff. So um the now the military is controlling. Like I send the pictures like they found the minister of finance. They strip him and beating him in the street and stuff. So now the
oh
airport is
God.
closed. So I thought I said I'm gonna stay for a few more nights here. If they open it, because Nepal is super dependent on the tourism and it's a landlocked country, so they need the airport to open up soon. If they didn't open, I'll go back, but I probably stay 2 nights here. Maybe after that, I go to Japan or something, do something, and then I'll go back to Canada if they didn't open the border. Um, but Hong Kong is nice. I really enjoy spending Hong Kong. I was here 12 years ago, and now I'm seeing what they built in 12 years. It really blew my mind. It really blew my mind. It's just crazy what they're building. It's amazing. Like, Hong Kong is becoming. Yeah, so that's the
Did you go over?
situation.
Did you go over to Kowloon yesterday?
No, no, I haven't been to anywhere. I also
Oh,
have
okay.
Chinese visa. I'm going to Shanghai because my best friend lives in Shanghai. So maybe over the weekend I go to Shanghai or maybe I go to Japan to climb Fuji again. I've been to Fuji before, so maybe I fly to Tokyo and then in 2 days I go up to Fuji. Let's see.
Hmm.
All right, if the airport is open in Nepal, then I can book tomorrow. Then yeah, I mean that would be nice. So, but It was really nice. Trading wise, really in the last couple of days is really nice. Right now it's 11 p.m. and I'm kind of jet lagged. So after these 15 minutes, I'm gonna go to bed. Thailand is exciting, guys. One last spot we have for Thailand retreat. If anyone joins, I'm gonna give you also 1 year membership. So and the cost would be pretty much free for you guys if you want. You can come and it would be amazing. And everybody that I'm talking to have been to Thailand and about Koh Samui, they say it's amazing. It's very luxurious, very beautiful. It's amazing. So we would be around 25 people. My mom is also planning to come. If you want to come with family, and again, it's all about wellness retreats plus trading plus some excursion that you're together. And we see November 30th in Kusumai. So you send us the flight details, we send it, we pick you up from the airport. And then the last day would be December 6th. I'll probably go one few days earlier to Bangkok, and then I haven't booked my return ticket yet. Maybe I stay a little bit longer on Thailand. NVDA popped up for the break of 5 today. Yeah, come, Amy,
Mhm.
come. Again, Colombia was amazing, but we did
Yeah,
some improvement. Yeah, Colombia, I think it was a little bit too much. We planned too much in 1 week, but with 4 cities in 1 week, and it was a little bit tiring. And also, part of the Colombia, we didn't have private rooms, so we shared the rooms because it was in private villas. But this one is completely everybody have their own private room. That's why you can bring a partner at a very, very discounted price. So. The last one, guys. Thailand one, Thailand two, Thailand last. Um,
SPY and Qs are kind of breaking out here. Qs especially. Looks like Nvidia is going to 180. Tesla's going to 155, 355, 354 for
Jesus. I was really not expecting NVIDIA go back to the eye of the day it did. Just wanted
no.
to embarrass me in front of everybody. I said, NVIDIA is done. Don't touch it and just retire.
Yeah. No, it's everybody loves Nvidia again.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
What I don't understand is who's buying Tesla? I don't understand that.
Don't start, Brian. John is,
I
John
know we
is
don't want to get
done.
John mad at us. Yeah. It's a it's a failure as a car company, unfortunately.
Yeah, the robots maybe it's in there. I don't know. I mean, they also have a lot of data too. Like Tesla probably has the most
Yeah.
amount of data from driving car and stuff. I see something. I don't know. I mean, honestly, after this fight between President Trump and Elon Musk, I thought Tesla is going to go to 200 because that guy really has some balls messing around with federal government. Even if President Trump
Yeah.
didn't invite him to the White House recently, all the tech executives were there. Elon
No.
Musk wasn't there. Even though he did apologize over the phone, but still people believe in Tesla, I guess. Market is always right. You
Yeah.
can never really have these
Yeah.
things in your mind.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. You can't. You gotta follow the price action.
They say even if it's irrational, and market can stay longer than
Yeah.
you stay liquid. That's very famous. Like if you 100% know that this thing has to go down or has to go up, doesn't matter, and you bet on it, and it just doesn't do what you were expecting, you can go bankrupt, you can go illiquid, you can blow up your account, and then usually right after you get capitulated, the market does the correction to the right. So it's a very famous saying is that the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay liquid. So Asha Khatun, a trading terminal is only technology. The scanner, real-time simulator, replay, breaking news. If you want to see us live trading, you have to come into the chat room, be a Bearable Traders. Bearable Traders is the community, the chat room, and webinars, and Peak Capital is our mentorship program. So these three are separated completely from each other. So depending on which one you want, and in different stage of trading, people might need different things. Like for example, you might start with BBT and use trading terminal for some time, but eventually you don't want to use trading terminal forever. You can cancel trading terminal and then go with the broker, with desk platform, and other platform, and then trade on that. And then you realize that, okay, you don't need the chat room anymore. It's distracting. You want to trade by yourself. You can cancel Bareboot Traders and you can move to, like, for example, P Capital as a mentorship program, and work with some of the serious traders in a more more semi-private environment, because in P Capital we also have live trading. And at the end of the day, all of these three, you might want to move on to a different community or just trade by yourself. We have a lot of traders that move to different communities because they are now sophisticated traders, or you just trade by yourself, or you might want to not like us, and that's also things. So they're all different things, and it doesn't really bother us if you come learn some of the basics and go up to different community or different programs or different things. I'm actually very proud of us that we are probably one of the best communities that have one of the basic educations of teaching you how to understand a trading system, teaching you how to read the price action. I'm not really trying to become like John Carter making $30 million in one crazy option trade, because I want to be the best educator in very simple material, simple basics. So Paris did very nice trading on Tesla. Paris is coming also in Thailand
Yeah,
as well. Paris did an amazing trade on Tesla. Yeah, it's really.
yeah. Paris shorted it at the open, and then he took the almost identical trade I took on the double bottom.
The Atlas market Atlas, which is essentially the visualization of level 2, is going to be ready by the end of September, so in 2 weeks. That's the plan, but there's always implementations. You get some. When you're having a technology company, it's very different. Like technology is a different beast. But I think by the end of September we're gonna have it. We already have it on the beta version, and there's a German group that they're building it for us. So they're my friends and they're really experienced developers. So I think by the end of September it's going to be available. And not only that, you see the book map in real time, which we call it order map, Atlas order map. But we also have the capability that you do the replay on it. So you can actually go back in time, replay this price action. You can see Oracle, tomorrow, for example, you can watch the Oracle today and then see the level 2 and how the level 2 changes, or even breaking news. Like, for example, the CPI number comes in, how the market makers change their orders and stuff, so in a replay version, not only real time. And I don't think there's any tool like that available, but we're building it. All right, so we have 5 minutes to open, so 5 minutes to close. We're gonna give 5 giveaway to folks, and also, what do you think about 1 year membership, 1 year BBT membership? We also did give away to one of our traders, CJ, one free Thailand. He's also bringing his wife as well. So, guys,
Nice.
Thailand last one, Thailand 2, Thailand 3 sold. Come on. All right, so 1 year membership.
You
You
get
gotta
a
like her.
Thailand. You get it.
Yeah, nice. So if you want to buy the Thailand, just buy it now because it's the last one, and you get a 1 year membership as well. But remember that, because if you purchase, it's not refundable. You can transfer it later if things happen. I understand that things might change. You can always transfer it to someone else. There's always last minute. There's one person wants to cancel. There's another person wants to join. So there's also an option of canceling it. Um, Then go to the website, verbaltradersforward.com/retreat is Thailand. Um, and okay, are you ready, brother?
Yeah,
Carlos?
good to go.
Yep.
So let's do the book
Carlos.
first. Hashtag book for the book here. Let me get you the screens. Here we go. And we'll get this nicely set up. So hashtag book, guys.
For the membership is only members of Lambo and Garbage Truck, guys. And we're gonna add a couple of really new videos for the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck. So hashtag book. Go, Carlos.
All right, let me just reset this here so people can see it. Dun, dun, dun. What happened? Okay, there we go. All right, here it is for the book, friends. First winner is Sunny. Sunny, number 1. All right. Number 2,
Congrats.
Mike, member of Garbage and Lambo Trucks as well. Congratulations, Mike. Number 3 is going to be Dalio Amadou. So congrats, Dalio. And number 4 is going to be MB Miller. Congrats, MB. And last but not least for the book, Ravi. Congrats, Ravi. All right, friends. Email me, carlos@barewoodtraders.com, and we'll send that link out to you. All right, so here it is now for Lambos and Garbage Truck. This is an elite membership, right, Andrew?
Yes, elite membership, hashtag BBT.
All right.
So show how they can sign up for. Give them a few minutes. Maybe also show them how to sign up for the members of Garbage Truck. So they have to go to the channel, and then there is a place that you can say join, and then you can sign up, and it's like $4.99. So give them 1 minute if anyone wants to go and join.
Yep.
And make sure to like the video. Oracle broke the high of the day again, 341. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, this is it. Well, Carlos is sharing it. So if you want to join that. And there are a couple of new playlists that we want to add for the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck. I want to put my daily recaps in there. I want to do my live trading. I actually recorded all of my live trading today. So we're going to put that for the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck. So you can actually see these thought process that we have in the chat room. If you're not part of the chat room, people in the chat room, you can see that as well. And Brian can also wants to put also his newsletter, swing trading newsletter, in the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck. And you might ask, okay, what is this Lambo and Garbage Truck for $4? Is because YouTube is supporting the channels right now that have membership and community around it. And we appreciate the support of this $4 per month. It really helps us, our channel to grow, and the algos pick us up and stuff. So yeah, I'm really grateful. Salvador, thanks for coming. Really grateful. And then I ask also the team members to not only create some recaps and material for the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck, and also we do give away of mentorship. I know Thor is coming after us. He's doing this draw for the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck, 1 hour mentorship free. If you have any trading question, if not, you can just talk about life with Thor. So which is amazing. Like other people also were going to do that as well. So I myself actually can, my time is free for you. So again, we're gonna do that. So make sure to sign up, guys, and we're gonna do the draw now, and we're gonna do another one on Friday. So if you sign up now, so by Friday we're gonna do another 1 year membership as well. And if you have more things that I can give for free, we're gonna do that as well.
Yep.
And I know Thor and Vanessa are coming. Okay. Vanessa, would you do 1 hour mentorship to one of the members of Lamp on Garbage Truck today? Maybe you can give 1 hour for free to them. Or half an hour. 1 hour may be too much. Half an hour. Can I nominate you for half an hour? So we nominated half an hour of your time for one of the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck in YouTube. Just do the mentorship with them for, mental resilience, psychology, and also the future trading.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect. There you go. Okay, done. So we do want the 1 year membership now, and then later, Carlos, you can do half an hour free mentorship with Vanessa.
All right, awesome. Hi, Vanessa. Nice shirt. See Metallica's on deck today. All right, friends, for 1 year.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Master of Puppets.
All right. So here we go, guys. For 1 year elite membership with BBT, the winner is going to be, let's choose winner, Cameron Stanley. Congratulations, Cameron Stanley, on your win.
Trader, I think.
Congrats.
Yeah, you're already a member, so we're gonna add the mentorship to you as well.
Okay.
Perfect, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Carlos. Thor, you're looking good, buddy, and you're not in the airport. That's interesting.
Yeah,
And
For now. For now. We'll figure it out.
for now.
Thor is
Yeah,
live with
looking
the
good.
yeah. I'm gonna
He's
sign
back
off
home.
and
All right. Good morning,
All
guys.
right. See you, everybody.
Hey. Good morning. Hey, Brian. Good hearing you today, buddy.
Yeah. Look at Tesla go, like just crazy. Somebody's buying Tesla today. I don't know who it is. Chasing it up.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. So whoever it is, let them know. Whatever they're doing, they must be doing the right thing, which is not, I mean, I'm doing the right thing by like I'm following my rules today, but I am not having like the big, moving day. I'm in RTY right now, Dr. V. Like the only thing that really fit for me was some lower,
No.
wider range plays on RTY. So I'm trying that, but so far RTY has not been a big mover. So I'm still holding this thing though. I'm going for R3 to S3. So let's see what we get. But good grief, forever. Loving the Metallica shirt, by the way, with the popped collar. We're like rocking in here. Everybody, thumbs up for the good doctor and bringing the style for us as always.
Good morning.
Good
morning,
morning.
chat.
So Andrew apparently totally just just volunteered you for some free mentoring time. So that was really nice for him. So I'm gonna modify the ask for the good doctor since she got guilted into it. I don't think half an hour is long enough. So I think we need to do an hour of the doctor's time. And since I want to do an hour, let's sponsor it. So I'm going to go ahead and sponsor the doctor's hour of time. So let's make sure, because I want to make sure that she's got a very busy schedule. So we want to make sure that if she's there, we're doing that and it's good for the show. So we will do a drawing for the doctor's time as Andrew requested, but it's we're gonna take care of it, make sure it's worked out. So I hope because we're doing that. Also, Bhushan is in here, Dr. V, who I got an email from who says he's very interested in doing a hot seat segment with us.
That's
So-
great. Awesome. Thank you.
So we're going to communicate on getting which day of hopefully this month. We'll get them on maybe the last Wednesday of the month, I think we were talking about. So we'll try and figure that out. And then that should be good. So today, the good doctor is going to, I think, work with us a little bit on maybe some more of your technical aspects, right? I think we were talking about.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bonjour.
We have a very busy chat today. I love it. Looking at the
Humberto wants 45 minutes of rock listening with Dr. V. If you win the drawing, that can be your hour. You could literally just hang out with Dr. V for an hour. If you want to invite me to that one, I mean, that sounds fun. I mean, we can just all hang and listen to some rock, sounds great.
Or I can show my t-shirt collection. That's also something.
Absolutely. Oh, bonjour, Max. Ça va?
Bonjour, Max. All right. Do we have questions? Maybe to start things up, or you want me to show my my charts first?
Let's see. Let's go ahead and we can get some questions and charts going at the same time. I think we can do all that. So I'm short RTY, but and I've been short for a while now, since like 23.94. So since I actually took one stop on it and then got back in.
Mhm.
Rude.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Stop
can
losses above
happen.
high of day because I'm, horrible. Let me
Oh, yeah,
message Carlos.
The rectangle really didn't work this morning. My God, right?
No, not at all. So my first short, I got a call in pre-market and it looked really nice around like 850. So I got in on a really nice entry and then we opened and it went to the CP, didn't, and came right off the CP as it does. and came and took me out. So, and then it reoffered and looked beautiful. So I got back short again. So,
But
yeah.
I mean, you could have got CP like perfectly from
Yeah.
the market call.
I should have just taken it there at the open and then got in again and in. But right now I'm still holding from the same spot, but I'm aiming for S3 at pre-market low. So
Yeah, but
it'll be more than enough if I get there to make up for it. So
that's something you could look to for your data. That what I observed using the cams is the full move will hardly happen before the open. So
yeah.
if you get a call pre-market, aim for CP and then be ready for the other setup later. You know what I mean? And then
I
you
think
take
that's a great idea.
because I mean there was money there on the table to take, right?
Oh, for sure. So my screen's actually up right now, everyone, you can see. So we got the pre-market call. I got short right on this new low here. It was a really, or let me use a different color. I got short right in here. It was really pretty. Stop right above there. Worked very nicely. And then, you know, like the doctor's saying,
Perfect.
I got a nice move right to the CP. So in this instance, because it was a pre-market move, maybe I should, that's the discussion. I'm going to look through some of my data. I'll definitely check that since it's a pre-market move. Unlikely we get the full traverse without the market being open. So then obviously I got stopped there. And then when it reoffered and came back in, I re-shorted. This time I got my stop above that high of day. And you can see that again was very much tested. So
Wow.
came right up to it. Right. So, and now here we go again. So, and you know, so my target is down near S3 on this one, which should make me about a K. Right. So I lost like around 200 and then and I'll make a K. So it'll still be like $800 on this one by the end of the day. Not bad.
Yeah, but maybe it's interesting like to have this rule of saying if I get a call in pre-market, I'm always going to target CP because I know that at the open we will shake things up, you know?
Yeah.
And
I
so
think it's a great idea. I'm gonna look at it for sure.
or at least take like your size off at CP in pre-market, you know, or something. But
No,
I think
I like the idea of
it
just
works
killing it at
well.
CP because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
reoffers, I bet, more often than it doesn't. I think that's a really good idea.
It's like an extra free trade. You're like, oh, I have an extra trade pre-market. I'm making money on CP. Now I can risk that amount after the market opens. So you start your day, I mean, having money in the bank, right? So
Absolutely. The CP is the central pivot, Raymond. So it's basically like the halfway point between your cams, more or less. So the CP is always yesterday's close for futures, or really close to yesterday's close. I can't say always. It's technically a little off, but it's always really, really close. So basically, it's like, you know how Jared likes to kiss the king. You know, he calls PDC the king of all levels. CP is the king. Everything always goes back to the CP. So we're playing right now from R3 back to the CP, and then I'm going to go through the CP, ideally to the bottom of the range near pre-market low, right? And then it's a wide range. It probably bounces somewhere down here, you know, and then comes back up to CP by the end of the day. So because it's a wide range, what's important is we're always trying to play towards value or back to the inside and not trying to play away or out. So that's why today, even though we were kind of getting higher, I still was never looking to go long because it's a lower, wider range. We should not go any higher than this. If we go much higher, it just means it's broken and we'll just let it go and move on. So if this stop had happened, I would have just quit trading RTY entirely for the entire day because it would have been too high.
But I love that idea. Okay, guys, this is really important. The price has to fit your criteria for you to be interested in a trade. It's like dating, okay? It's not like you go on dates, okay? Not everybody will fit your criteria for a relationship. Right? So it's kind of the same thing. It's not jumping just because, oh my God, it's holding a level. No, wait a second. This is not a breakout day on RTY. Right? So I'm not going to look for something that doesn't match my criteria. So when we're starting trading, when we are a developing trader, trying a new strategy, we tend to be very nervous and we tend to be very scared that we will miss a move. But protecting yourself in the markets is also knowing when to engage with them. Again, like you said last week, Thor, not when you need it. It's not when you need money that you need to trade, or you need it to work, or you need to do something, but rather when does it meet your criteria? When do you want to engage? Okay, so a lower, wider, you don't aim for a breakout. Although it can happen, you don't take it. This is a way of protecting yourself.
Absolutely. And so and looking on my screen here, let me show you a perfect example of that. So for instance, we're above R4 on ES at the open, but it's a wide range, right? So on the ES, we want to play back towards value. We're in a selling range near monthly R3, right? So in this instance, look at the open, hard selling, weak rally, hard selling, weak rally. Look how we sell better. But if you weren't paying attention to that, you would be trying to long. And every time you long, it would come back and stop you out. It would long and come back and stop you out, because this is a wider range. We want to be going towards value. So just some very simple rules like this,
So
if
simple.
it adhered to, can really keep you out of it help you preserve capital. You know, not trading is trading.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Preserving your capital, living to trade another day. All of these things are more important than the rest. And I've gotten more of that from you more and more these days. Actually, the doctor and I we were having I actually had only person in the entire planet, by the way, who is allowed to give me crap about my cam trading, by the way, is Dr. V. I had a long last week, and it was on a wider range off of R4, and she writes me and she goes, "Do you long off of R4 on wider ranges?" And I write back and I'm just like, "No."
Baby.
So, and I was like, "You're right." So, and actually after she said that, I wrote my developer and I had him go into the TV code, and I had Bruz go in there and eliminate all the options, because we were allowing some of those plays to stay on. And it's better just to go ahead and and get rid of it. So it's it's kind of one of those things where it's really, really important to pay attention, because even these little nuances, they create these concepts of behavioral slippage, right? And then the behavioral slippage causes it causes the price, or not causes the prices, it causes your decision making to slowly make these smaller alterations here and there and here and there. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's kind of like stopping out at 3R or at 2R. If you're aiming for 3R, go for 3R. If you take 20 trades and you're never hitting 3R, we'll change your target. But don't change your target while you're trading, right? That doesn't work that way. That's not based upon those metrics. So it works out. So yeah, Tom, those are nuances that can be difficult to struggle with. Oh, you guys are funny. Isn't everybody who's not in love with Dr. V in here? Are you guys, is she not awesome? Everyone thumbs up for Dr. V, everyone hearts. Who thinks Dr. V is like the best performance psychologist and best PhD on the whole planet? Right? So you're right, Mia. It's just me, apparently. I'm the only one. It's okay, guilty. Guilty is charged. Whatever. It's all right.
I love
It's
you
fine.
too.
A blush. A blush. It's okay. So that's why welcome home. It's okay. It's we're all of us. I love Max. I love Nitro Cooler, Oliver, Sean, Rip. Max twice, because he did twice. Max is starting to learn French.
There you go.
Go, Max.
I mean, we're a big family, okay?
Max,
And
moi aussi, right? Moi aussi, right?
mom and dad.
Oh, y'all are so funny.
Such
Oh
a
my
great
God.
team, right? I
Right.
mean,
I mean,
and with the family there, I mean, that's awesome. Let's go. I had something. Yeah. Can you go back to the RTY? Yeah. So for new traders, I really think because a lot of people struggle with the getting 3 or 4 Rs on every trade. Okay, so the example of R3 going back to CP could be a very good base hit for new traders trading the cams, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they can either like leave a portion, take their size, okay, but leave maybe a portion of the trade to go across the range. But I think to build some psychological capital, it's a great idea to exit at CP because you need to develop that trust in the system and you need to develop that conviction that will come with experience. So the idea is to trade the trade and then you take the screenshot and every day you assess, okay, if I was aiming for S3, did it happen or not? And you build stats. Okay, a lot of people ask Thor, like, how do you have so much conviction? Because he's been doing it every day the same way for many years. So he has data. Great book.
Works every time. But so 100% on that. And, you know, I guarantee right now, if you ran the stat on that, and I'm going to try and run it, I bet R3 to CP happens 3 times as often as R3 to S3, maybe even more. Right. So I think the concept of using the R3 to CP is kind of either an initial target to trim your position prior to going for the bigger move, or using it as just an initial target for your first trade. You know, especially I love the idea of, especially in the concept of a pre-market move. You know what I mean? It's rare in the pre-market are we going to get the full move, but in the pre-market moving to the CP happens quite a bit. So I really like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah, again, like if I can just address Tom's question or reflection there. So the market doesn't care about an R, by the way. Okay, an R will never be a technical level. When you
Arbitrary.
yes, when you're a trader, you have to be great at technical analysis. And again, guys, I see too many times people that trade live money, but even in sim, and they're not familiar enough with technical analysis. The first step when you're learning how to trade, you need to understand the concept of price action, trend lines, support, resistance, right? And then it's going to help you say, hey, I have a target of 3 Rs. I want to make 3 Rs on every trade, but I have a level there. There's a support. CP is in the way, okay? Let's say that you use CP. So you know that the price can bounce there because usually it's on yesterday's closing price or very, very close. And yesterday's closing price has a lot of value attached to it. So if the range is very wide on the cams, do not aim to go all across the range because maybe it's too far away in one day. Right? So you need to be done by 5 with the futures market. Okay. So the move has to happen before 5. Okay. So again, the idea is not to aim for home runs every time, but to make money. To make your system work, let it work. And a lot of traders will start questioning themselves because they don't reach their target, thinking something suck with them or their system. When it's not the case, it's just that your targets are too far away, or you don't understand technical analysis enough, or you didn't have the repetition enough for you to have an idea of how to manage a trade. Because first thing first, you need to understand technical analysis. Then you find a strategy that you feel comfortable in. You test it. But what's the sticky part of trading, okay, before we talk about psychology, is the trade management part. Okay, you enter the trade. Great. You follow the rules to enter the trade. Now what? Okay, so the trade management part is also very personal. Nobody will trade like another trader.
Oh, I couldn't agree with that statement more. This is actually like one of the issues I used to have actually with trading with Andrew. When we trade at the same time or trade live, one of you guys, you'll often notice where it's so interesting how Andrew and I both trade really well with Brian, but neither of us really trade well with each other. And that's because Andrew and I read price action like backwards. I trade ranges, so I'm often reversing price where he's longing into price. And it just causes the both of us, so we both make money. It's kind of interesting, but it causes a lot of like, the analysis is so different there. And that really like always lowers my confidence when I'm trading because I constantly have someone going long when I think it's a short.
It's different. There's different ways of trading. So very personal. And releasing the pressure. Okay, you want to trade the cams. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to aim for 4 hours every time because we don't know where your entry is, and your stop will depend on a technical level and your entry. So the market really doesn't care what is 2 hours for you. And sometimes a perfectly okay trade, I mean, good enough, right, is 2 hours. Are you going to say, no, I'm not going to take this trade, it's only 2 hours? What? I took a 2-hour trade on Monday. I was very happy with it. Okay, it's not sexy. I don't care.
2-hour trade at $500 is good money.
Right?
It works. So Kumar was asking what my success rate is. So Kumar, I actually run about 50-50. I do a little bit better. So far this month, I'm probably running a little north of 60%. But I'm pretty much a 50-50 trader. But I make 4R generically on all of my wins. As arbitrary as it is, that's where my average profit target falls. My every loss is 1R. So I know, so as long as I'm winning generically more often than I'm losing, which I do, it really tends to balance out fairly well for it. Max, also, you're asking, is it logical to start with one strategy like an ORB and master this to gain trust, and then later check for other strategies?
Totally.
So what do you think, Doc?
I mean, totally.
Totally.
I mean, ORBs, they look simple on paper, right? But there's a lot of variables, okay? So yes, of course, you need to understand the strategy and test it enough instead of just switching from one to the other, because also your brain will want to make a decision based on one strategy, but then it's going to be in conflict with the other strategy. Let's say that you want to trade VWAP at the same time and other things. So all the strategies will end up like messing with your brain. So I would say focus on something, make it, test it enough times to see, does it fit your personality? Are you respecting the rules, etc. after some period of time, and then you decide, is this a strategy for me or not? I don't know what you think about that.
No, I couldn't agree more. So one, and as you're developing your strategy, you need to know that strategy will likely not be the strategy you're going to cement on, right? But it's sometimes, in order to walk a 10K, you got to take that first step. And it's easier just to find like what's the popular thing. But what I would highly encourage you to do is actually become like passionate about the market itself and how it works and ticks. Like if you're trying to learn a 1-minute ORB or a 5-minute ORB and you've never read a like real stock trading book, like you've never read like like Mark Douglas, you've never read Tom Hugard, you've never read Dalton, you've never read Livermore, you haven't read Anna Cooling, like you haven't taken the time to digest all these big brains and really go into that. And then you haven't started looking into the psychology of the market and the psychology of performance. I mean, it's not anything before you've done that is just kind of like gambling. I mean? You're just kind of getting on a button, you're just pushing button. It's cool to learn the technology and the stuff, but just don't expect that to turn it into anything of any real value. You need to really like start putting in the effort. For me, I would spend as much effort as you can on stuff like we're talking about today. on Wednesday, like the actual performance aspect of it. What lets you get in when you need to get in, and what keeps you in or gets you out when you need to get out, and can you actually do those things? And you know, and I think that'll work. But yeah, you never want to overcomplicate the beginning. There's so much to digest. You certainly don't want to try and tackle 12 strategies at the same time.
And if I had to do it again, this is what I would do. So try one strategy, enough time, okay? Because I get it, you are impatient to make money, okay? But the faster you want to go, the longer it's going to take you, because you're going to botch the steps that has to be taken. You need to find the first thing you want to test and give it enough time to show you. Okay, it's a probabilistic environment. So let's say that you flip a coin and one side is heavier than the other one, then you have more odds of falling, let's say, on the face, right? You just have to aim for the face every time, knowing that on the long run, you're gonna win, right? It's the same thing with trading. It doesn't mean that you have a losing trade, that the strategy does not work. You will find that the strategy works because you repeat it many, many, many times. And then you see. And when I say a sample of 20 trades, this is really the minimum.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Because 20 trades is not a lot. So be mindful about that. It is gonna take time. Okay, so stop with your how long do you think it's gonna take? Like what? No, there's no time frame. Okay, you keep your job. You don't expect to make money out of trading because you're building a solid strategy and habits. First step. Okay, so it's not about money. It's about what works for me. I test it, lab, I go back to the lab, go back to the field, back and forth, okay, until it's really, yeah, I like it. I really like it, okay? And then you start doing the same thing every day, and then it becomes a habit. It becomes systematic. I don't want you guys to become discretionary at any moment. Any moment, not for your stop loss, not for your entry, not for your profit target, not for a trailing stop, not for it. Everything you do has to be systematically developed and tested and used after that. Systematic trading, please.
And the great thing about doing that, as the doctor is suggesting, right, is this allows you to remove so much of the ownership of failure in the process, right? Because your ownership of that is the actual input into the process. And if you're doing it correctly, as you've defined, well, you're not failing, are you? You're actually doing incredibly well. You're just collecting data to get a system that functions, but you yourself are functioning quite well. So, and I see that a lot with my mentees. I'm like, you're sorting this thing out, but I love your behavior. When this lines up for you, we are gonna take off, because I can see the good behavior and I can always see it coming. Like, you're just a minute away. As soon as you hit this one threshold, you're just gone, right? But then you have other people who are the most talented traders you've ever met in your life, and they just don't progress because they just can't follow rules, right? And they can't. So there's always this variation that comes in. You know, they're 2 trades in or 3 trades into their month, and they're already switching their style up. And it's like, you can't switch things up. You haven't seen enough data yet to make those decisions. Then the behavioral slippage comes in. It's variations in the middle of the system. So, okay, well, why? Oh, well, I decided to cut out because it made a new 5-minute high. Well, you didn't do that last time, you know, so why are you doing that this time? Like, why? Anytime, what's that word? Feel? Ah, ah, right? Like, anytime you're thinking and that little extra voice in the back of your head says, I think or I feel, can you just get like grossed out like me there and just say, oh, is he thinking and feeling right now? Like, no, you're doing, right? You do. When you're at the desk, you do what you plan to do. You can think about it and feel all kinds of things later.
Exactly. It's like, again, if I go back to my coin analogy, that, you know, one side has more chance, okay, of showing up. Let's say that you flip the coin 10 times and you have the other side of the coin. Are you going to start using the other side of the coin now because the face didn't show? Of course you shouldn't, because the face works more on the long run. So
Right.
think of it like, I know it's a very simple
It's true.
example, okay?
And why you never gamble using an American quarter. Weighted on one side. It's horrible.
It's the same. Don't get discouraged because you have a losing trade. Okay, it's just data. Maybe your stop is too tight. The system works, the strategy works, but you're not good at placing your stop. It's too tight. Okay, maybe your entry is a little late, or maybe your entry is a little premature, like I was doing before. And maybe now I can share my screen if Carlos is
All
agreeing.
right, go ahead and put your share up and I'll let him. Okay,
So it's not necessarily the strategy itself that doesn't work, is that some tweaks are needed here and there.
So Jose is asking while we're working on getting Carlos over to get your screen up, like what is R you keep mentioning? So R in the reference we're talking about, which is an arbitrary number, right? Which is risk or reward. When we're saying RVR, we're saying risk versus reward. So every trade you take, I highly recommend that going into that trade, you know exactly how much money you are going to, for lack of a better word, wager on this bet. Right? You're going to come in, it's a certain amount. It needs to be an amount that you can feel comfortable risking that doesn't elicit emotional response. Like if you feel like you're about to risk and as soon as you get it, you start getting all nervous before you hit the button, that's your body telling you you are going in too big. You are too aggressive. You are too oversized. And you need to hold back. So R is the amount of money you're risking for every single trade you're taking. And the best traders out there run a high RVR ratio for the trades. When they win, they make more money they win than when they lose. So we have the good doctor's trade up here already. And is that a better short than my short on RTY? Is this what I'm is it, people, you see what I have to deal with on this show? You see what we're like, here's my anyway. All right, doctor, all yours, whatever. We're just gonna
So I used to be a very impatient trader. For those who know me, I mentioned that many times. I used to be very impulsive because I wanted to be the first. I didn't want to be too late, very competitive, etc. So for me, going back to simple trading, only using lines and trend lines, horizontal lines, saved the day for me. Like really, they saved my ass. So I just removed everything I had on my chart, everything. And that was not easy. I felt very insecure, okay, about that. And I told myself, I'm gonna go back to a style that old school rock star traders were using. So our job as traders is to be in harmony with the price. So trend lines are gonna be my guide for that. Also, I need areas where I can party during the day as a day trader, okay? So the areas where I want to party are lines, horizontal lines this time. Support, resistance. When you understand this basic concept, you're winning already, okay? Because the markets, it's all about that. Direction, support, resistance. You can want to make it so complicated as you want, have fun, but it's not more complicated than that, okay? So let's say here, me too, like when I was going through my watch list this morning, the only thing that I liked was RTY because the price made sense with the play that we could play, right? So because I learned so much from the Pivot Master, I really love the cams, by the way. So I might be in love with you too then.
at least my cams.
At least your cams. So The cams are awesome because they're already on my chart, so I don't need more time to chart, and I still use my lines in addition to the cams. So because we are lower and wider, I know that R3 could be a good short, right? But I'm less a baller because I target CP most of the time, okay? So anyways, I was
We'll
looking
see
at
if it works. I mean, I haven't gotten a target. We'll see if this thing ends up coming back through CP. It's the whole thing though. It's like that extra hold, and is it worth it to hold the extra time? You know, it's good.
But for me, it's taking capital in my head, so I
Yeah.
really like to be done. But you know, one day when I have a big fat trading account, I will take size at CP and leave a runner more often. But I'm still a bit chicken about holding for too long. So I like to be done, right? Also, I had consultations this morning, so I didn't want to have something on my mind, even if I technically don't care, because it's either stop me out or it's gonna work.
For real,
Anyway,
Bushan said he was never a believer in trend lines, but you're making him think otherwise. I've had that experience myself, buddy. You know, watching the Dr. V is specifically good at drawing these, which is why I was excited she was going to do a little bit of this technical today.
it's just helping me keeping myself out of trouble. Because let's say that I'm really interested in taking a short in RTY, really, okay, what I'm seeing right now, so I have a low on CP, and then we came back to the level, failed, and we made a pullback. So that will be my second touch of my trend line. So at the moment, at 946, the price is going up. And especially like I didn't see that entry. I could have taken this entry, but anyways, let's see. Turn on my computer right now, okay? The price is going up. So for me, it's difficult to take a short because the leader wants to go higher. So it's not my place to short anything. I need a signal. So I'm going to put my alert on my trend line. If I never get alerted and the price goes without me because I don't care. But this is my let's go, let's party signal. Yeah, look at me. So I have my trend line, okay? And then the price develop. Okay. Again, here, that is also, you know, something that I could take, but I will wait for the line to be broken. I need a candle to close below R3 before I take a short, okay? And now my stop will be above. But I know that at some point, there's this in my face. Not ideal, because if I'm taking a short here, I have the trend line here, okay? But I keep this in the back of my head, okay? So let's say I take this short, I will probably get stopped out because my stop will be above here. Let's see what happens. So I'm probably stopped out, okay? Still waiting. Still waiting. And you see, if I want to take a short here, I'm not liking this, okay? Because it's still contained. Whatever like, it doesn't matter how bad I want this trade. I need the leader to tell me we are going, and we are not going. We are still holding the price here. It's working. So I just touched this low with this pullback slow, and look where the price bounced. Is this magical or what?
So good.
So algos respect trend lines, like it or not. I know it's so simple, yet so powerful.
No,
so
we
again,
actually, in the order book now, watching on the visual DOM, we've actually been able to isolate where you can physically see the algorithm stops moving down the trend line or moving up the trend line. Or you can see, like in this instance, it's a buy order that you can actually see it's lifting that bid up the trend line as we're moving up. And so anytime it comes back, it interacts with that bid, it buys, and then when it moves away, the bid just starts going up the trend line. I mean, it's real stuff. I mean, it happens.
It's crazy. So for me, as you can imagine, my best entry will be the confluence of a level, a party area with my let's go signal. So I'm waiting for that. It might never happen, but I don't care. Not ready. I can get very excited because this candle was below R3. So I used to be like, okay, let's go. Now we're going, you know, before. Okay, let's go. But now this thing, this line is keeping me out of trouble. For me, it's like a mental, like it's so, and also it's a very visual rule, you know? I see it. Now you have to adjust your trend to the recent pullback when we made the double bottom. And you know that yeah, again, more to the right. You need to take, yeah, okay, you had a trend break. So what is not, so this is bullish because we made a double bottom and we broke the price direction. Okay,
Sure.
because traders on the other side of your trade are taking along because they saw the double bottom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always, you know, but again, having rules, having systematic rules of when, so yeah, so having rules, when should I get out? How should I trail a trade if it doesn't go, blah, blah, blah. Again, rules, okay? So if I go back, not ready, not ready, not ready, not. And then, okay, now I'm interested. Now I'm so interested. And this is what I want you guys to feel. It's juicy, right? It's like it's happening, like it's a great trade potential because it's meeting my criteria. The leader said, I don't want to go up anymore at the moment, in addition to a potential resistance. Party mode engaged.
Absolutely.
Let's do this. Does it mean it's gonna work? It doesn't mean it's going to work. But we have a set of rules. Lower, wider range, prices messing around R3, I'm ready to take a short. But now I need to wait for the price to tell me when it's time. And according to my trading system, using the cams, I wait for a trend break at the level of interest for a reversal.
Yeah, and I've seen you on some of the outside plays. I'll see you get above the area of interest and then play the continuation off of a trend hold, which I saw looks like really amazing when you do that. Real quick throw in for Raul, one of our garbage trucks and Lambos, because this is definitely a Dr. V question, and I know what you're talking about here. This guy here. So how to control the voice in my head that tells me to take the trade, shows me the setup, but they're not good up. Like how to stop the internal debates and dilemmas. Like, so I guess I could say so like why how to keep you from maybe taking a, like, let's say like a lower quality trade or even a trade that is not a setup, even though, because that's what I'm hearing there, Raul, is you're asking how do I get myself to actually wait for trades that are setups, right? Instead of taking trades that aren't setups, but have many of the things I'm looking for in my setup, right?
Okay. So I think it's not necessarily an internal debate. I think it's an emotional trade. If you feel an urge to trade, usually it's not a systematic trade. And maybe just observe yourself. Say, okay, let's say I got in, you feel the urge of taking that trade, okay? And also, what does it mean? Are you in front of your computer when you should not? Are you trading based on alerts, or are you just looking at price action all day? Because you're gonna find stuff to trade, that's for sure, because we are designed like that, okay? But let's say that you are waiting for a setup and you are not patient enough to let it do its thing. Mark your chart on when on one moment you would have entered the trade that you feel so urgent to trade. So systematically mark the chart. Okay, I would enter here, and then my stop would be here. My target would be here. Do this on every trade that you feel the urge to take, and then take the data from that. Your brain needs proof that you're not missing out. So give your brain proofs. I would do that.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And also, one of the things that I really have worked on a lot recently in my own trading to help me hold better and actually to, maybe even put on a little bit more size in my trading is actually to increase my level of consciousness. Right. So one of the things that it happens when, at least as I trade, is, and I think a lot of you maybe experience this, you have this, he mentions this voice, right? Well, for me, the voice is, if you go up and ask some really enlightened person, right, like who are you? You say, I'm the one who observes, right? I'm the one in here. I have hands, but I'm not hands, right? My hands aren't me, right? I'm the one who looks at my hands. Right. So you have to be aware that you are conscious and you are aware. But the market, like your hands and things that your hands are observing, are there to distract you and take you out of consciousness. So what I find often is what you're doing is you're not staying aware or conscious of what's going on. You're allowing all of these different things to get in the way. And the louder this voice gets, the harder it can be to do that. So for me, the way I kind of overcame that, right, is by not giving that voice permission to interact with my trading, right? I have a way to trade. That voice does not get to influence my decisions, right? I will allow that voice in after the day is over, and I can let that voice help me analyze. But when it comes down to it, the more I hear that voice, the more I lock in, right? If I hear that voice, I'm right, right? Because that voice is only coming out right now for me because the market's trying to get me out. It's doing something. I'm picking up something here. It's trying to freak me out a little bit, but I'm right. Why am I right? Because I do the same thing I do the same way over and over again. And no matter what happens, I have years and years and years worth of data that says, no, if I short R3 on a higher, wider range, more often than not, I'm going to get where I'm going. And then all of those other thoughts, just don't give them permission to interact. You're in control. You're aware. You interact with the market when you want to, right? Not when the market like entices you, right? The market loves to entice you. That's what the market does, right? There's a bell right at the beginning. Ding, 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 ding. Let's play, right? It's literally there to entice you at all points. So if you stay aware and stay conscious, you got a shot. Otherwise, Tom Hogarth, if you listen to his love letter to the market in the beginning of his whole thing, it really teaches you the difference between being aware of your relationship with the market versus not. In the beginning, he's all like, oh my God, I love this market. And the market owned him. And then by the end, he's going, you know what I figured out? I have no idea what you're doing, and I'm not even going to try. I am just going to let you tell me where you're going. I'm just going to grab on with two hands and make sure if I lose, I don't lose any more than I need to. Right? Best loser wins.
But
Tom
also
Hogarth,
what he says that really resonates with me is the part where he actually gets it and he says, I get it. Stop trying to understand the markets and try to understand yourself. Okay. When I see traders, they want to learn as much, and I work with expert traders. They know everything you have to know. They have all the indicators, all the platforms. Okay, they have Bookmap, Sierra, everything is open. They have 16 monitors. Okay, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. Knowing more about the markets at some point, it's not helping. It's because you are trying to suit yourself with information because you don't want to look at you and look at yourself and say, I really suck at this. What's wrong with me? Okay? even if you're an expert at trading, the market will do something to you. If it's not every day, I mean, almost every week, and you'll be like, it's not logic. It shouldn't do that. Guess what? It's never logic. So
No.
stop trying to understand the markets and start understanding yourself. And I know that's not I mean, it's not fun, okay? And sometimes we don't know where to start. Start by taking what the market exposes for you and try to understand that. And then how can you protect yourself from that? Being aware is the first step. Okay, I'm an impatient trader. So then I use trend lines in addition to levels. That way, yes, I might lose some setups, but that way I know when I can get in, when I'm allowed to get in. So Thor, since you have an ongoing trade, what's the plan here? So
I'm just gonna let it roll. So
yeah, but what
I'll just hold
happens?
it to the closes. If it stops me, I'll take the stop. If not, I'll just hold it for the target.
Okay, so you don't put your stop at break even here.
Mm-mm.
Okay. What would you recommend as a developing trader?
A developing trader, I would already have taken profit. I actually really like the way that you're doing it. As far as if I think having a trend concept and exiting that, or if you like using an EMA or something like that, I think fits very, very well. So everyone has to follow their stats. For me, what will often happen is we'll come back and we'll offer somewhere right around here, and then we'll reject the open, and then we'll sell down and hit my target later. So for me, I'll leave this on until we get near the close. And then like 10 minutes into the close, before the close, I'll kill it at whatever's there or take the stop. Because that kind of works for me. But it kind of goes into actually what Throne was asking, which is, does either of you know your edge before finding your psychology, or did you know your psychology and didn't have your edge? Mine was actually kind of psychology first. And I don't know about Dr. V, but so what happened with me was I could not find my edge until I started changing psychology. So for instance, my biggest issue with my trading was bag holding. I had a lot of trouble in the beginning not letting go of losing positions. You can see even now I still have trouble letting go of winning positions. But I would bag hold losers very, very, I had to like get my inner Tom Hogarth on pretty hard to advance forward in trading. And the first thing I did was I went to a fixed risk concept of only having, if I'm risking $100 for each trade, I'm only going to risk that $100. Well, that was a psychological measure, right? It allowed me to know how I'm going to manage that. And then I could start doing that. But what I found is you can't really build a system if you're not consistently performing actions. It's going to be a really long road to trying to do that. What do you think, Dr. V?
Yes, for me, I think I had to. I had a very bad psychology because my system was not good for me enough. I needed. I'm telling you, when I removed everything, I went back to naked chart. It really did something for me. I removed all the noise. I love simplicity in my life. It's part of my personality. I love simple. Like, can you tell me something but simple, please? Okay, so I'm always for simplicity. Okay, so when I got back to support resistance trend lines, I was like, whew, thank God. So now my criteria is waiting for my wear, which is a horizontal line, and then my when is going to be my trend line broken if I trade a reversal. Okay, so that's it. Do I need to know anything else? Do I need to look at volume? Do I need to look at I don't look at anything else.
No, I think that's a big thing that really screws a lot of people up early, Doc, is that they come in and the first thing they do is they want all the indicators. I want the averages, the RSIs, I want some Fibonacci on here. Can we splash a little bit of maybe some price-based control area over here? Hey, maybe it's overlay some footprint charts on this thing. Crap, maybe a ready fire indicator. You know what I mean? Like, let's take a whole bunch of different things and put it on here, and then you look at the chart and you go,
But you think you're smart. You think you're doing this right. And again, a lot of good traders have like 50 things on their charts, you know? So it can be misleading, but people have to understand it's a stage. It's the stage that I am ignorant. I don't know. I'm learning. Okay. So because I'm ignorant, I feel insecure, and indicators bring a sense of a false sense of security. Okay. So you think, okay, I have everything there, so let's go. But it doesn't work. So it's traders go in stages. And at the end of the day, when we hit rock bottom, we get so disgusted. This is usually when we say, you know what? This is what I'm choosing. I'm sick of all the strategies, all the indicators, all the mentors, what they say, blah, blah, blah. I'm sticking to that thing. And then when you slowly build yourself, you can add more stuff. Usually, when I started using trend lines, I only was trading 4 hours and monthly levels. And then I added cams this summer. Okay, so it's a new, you can add stuff when you're already having, confidence, trust, conviction, data, slowly but surely.
Absolutely. So, and I mean, I think that's a really important thing. The thing that there's a couple things that I really like pop out to me right there. One, for everybody who's coming, first off, with what the doctor's saying here, likes, appreciates, make sure you're liking everything, because this is like really awesome, because you're not really getting this kind of material or this kind of base material, as far as I'm concerned, really anywhere else, which is why I think this is really amazing. And something Dr. V said there that really rung out to me was, did she say that in the same sentence, probably of acknowledging that she has a doctorate in psychology, that she had psychology issues when she started trading? Right? Hear that, people. Right? So hear that. Right? So you're better. You're going to be the special one. Right? You're going to do this faster than everybody. You're not going to have the problems. I'm not going to bag hold. I'm not going to blow up my account. I'm not going to partial too early. I'm going to do it all right.
Yeah, right.
She has a doctorate in this crap. Like, she actually can look at a thing that has like the brain on there and say, hey, this part right here, that happens. Or she can say, hey, that doesn't even happen, right? You're describing the wrong medical thing. You're completely off. But she like knows like all of this stuff, and yet still the issue, right? So when we're talking about this stuff and what it takes to get where you're going, understand that this is not an education thing. This is an experience thing. You've got to get into this market. You've got to get in here, and you got to get muddy. You know what I mean?
We need
Being
a
a
new
stock,
brain.
exactly. Being a
Need a
stock
new
trader
brain.
is a lot of little pains. Every day of your life as a stock trader. I make this funny analogy: wading forward through a muddy river full of razor blades, right? Just all these little constant cuts you're going to take all the time. But if you can handle them and stay conscious and controlled, you can win and make money. But it's those of us who let every single one of these small cuts derail us and cause us to go, now you're drowning, right? And all it was is just a little bitty thing. So it's you really have to gain that. So, and make that. So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up for the evening, because the doctor has to pop back behind BBT's paywall and do her Back to the Futures, where she's going to hang out with everybody. I know that's Ralby. So for everybody out there on YouTube, say thank you, Doc, very much. Next week, maybe we'll do that drawing. We ran out of time this time, so maybe next week, if you guys come by and do that. We're also going to have a hot seat segment as well coming up pretty soon. So come back every Wednesday, come home, hang out with me and the good doctor for all of this. Dr. V, much love. Thank you so much for spending your day with us.
Thank you, guys. See you next week.